Azelf,
Yuxi, and Azelf.
It's
Sorry?
Scun, Tank.
Yeah, there we go. Uxie, Azelf, Mesprit. 477 is a stone evolution.
You have all the legendaries now.
Yeah.
You already have Gallade on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to think of things that
Is
stone evolutions.
Togekiss the only shiny stone evolution?
Oh no, Roserade.
No, I already have Roserade then.
Mamoswine isn't a stone evolution.
Mamoswine.
Mamoswine. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I'm thinking. I'm just scanning through Gen 4 OU in my head right now.
Yeah, me too. And again, all I think of is Gengar.
Do you have Glaceon and Leafeon?
No. There we go. Leafeon.
Excuse me.
I don't think we're getting the full 107 though.
Fucking Yanmega.
That's a good one too.
Can't forget that monster from Gen 4.
You know who's actually
in
really
Gen 4
good in
he had
this
the
game?
most accurate hypnosis. What?
Why am I thinking of Meditite?
You find Meditite all over in Gen 4 too.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Snowbird! Abomasnow!
Oh yeah, there you go.
4 more with 30 seconds left.
Mime Jr.?
Bonsly.
Yes, Mime Jr. and Bonsly. That's what I was thinking of. I knew there was more baby Pokemon.
Chatot.
Chatots, yeah, good. Yeah, you're right. That's all of them.
477.
Not bad.
Oh, there's one more?
Porygon 3!
That's not...
No,
Dust Noir. Dust Noir.
What the fuck is a Porygon?
That's what it is.
Porygon 3 coming soon.
Yeah, Porygon 3's Gen 14.
I like it.
It's
You know what I
gonna
was
be
going
a
to say? I
pick of a duck.
genuinely love the new Paldean Tauros. I started playing with it. I watched one of Joey's videos. And I started making a defensive... Yeah, dude. Defensive fighting fire Tauros with the Fairy Terra type with bulk up is... It reminds me of like early days Talonflame.
Some people are
Gen
doing
6, I love
in
him.
VGC. Some people are doing water Tauros with Frost Breath, Frostlass, and just running
that's
through
pretty
teams.
good. Yeah.
The collector's edition of Final Fantasy 16 is 350 USD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Damn.
It comes with a lot of cool
was about
shit.
the same.
Might as well come with a PS5.
Yeah, may as well. Probably don't fucking have one at this point. Can you walk into a Walmart and buy a PS5 yet?
No, like you probably had to walk in the day they got the shipment.
Awesome. Love to see it. How long has that console been out now?
It's gonna be 2 years.
2 years.
I think it has been 2 years actually.
Wow.
Nice, and I just can't walk in somewhere and buy
that
it.
shit and got it immediately.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'd rather wait until there's a reason to buy it.
That's facts, because I honestly haven't played it since I bought it.
I play my shit a lot.
But I got it when I
like
need
for
it,
me,
and that's all that matters.
the big thing for me is like I legit have no space for it because that shit is fucking like 2 VCRs.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
I have nowhere to put it.
Do you have the regular version or the digital version?
Disc.
Oh, the disc version?
Yeah, I always get. I buy any game I really want. I get physical because I like having physical games. So I had to get disc.
Yeah, the disc
I
one
never
is
buy physical games anymore, but I still think I would buy the disc PS5 just out of principle, just in case.
Yeah, it's just so you have the option.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, I need to change my picture. My bad. Hold on. I forgot. This is for
Bro, why did you call Abomasnow Obama?
Obama.
That's what everyone calls it.
Everybody calls him Barack, man.
Obama voice.
Even though my shit looking kind of clean right now, I'm over here shopping
And pussy too.
I wonder how long they're planning the PS5's lifespan to be if it's been 2 years. And
To be honest, all of the shit I've been wanting to play on PS5, they've been releasing like later on PC. So
Yeah, we gotta wait.
I think even isn't Final Fantasy 16 coming to PC?
it's 6 months. And I found out Spider-Man's on PC now. I gotta play that. God of
game's
War, I'll
fire.
play when it comes to PC. Final Fantasy, I'll play when it comes to PC.
Okay,
And those are the only games I care about.
I don't think
God
it's
of War-
coming to PC.
God of War 1 will come to PC the year that the next, if there is a next one, comes out. What the fuck?
No,
if you
God
wanna
of
win-
War, the first one I think
The
is already
first
out
one-
on it,
yeah,
isn't
the
it?
first one's
No,
already
no,
on
I'm
PC.
talking about Ragnarok. Ragnarok will
Oh,
come
yeah,
out
Ragnarok. Yeah.
on PC.
Like Last of Us came to PC too, so
Well, it's just at this point, it's a business decision for them because there's like, obviously they're making more money by putting their
nah.
games
You know
on
why they're
PC
doing
too,
it? They're doing
because
it
no
to
one has a
lock
fucking
out.
PS5.
No, they're doing it to lock out Xbox out of that Activision deal.
That that shit
Well,
is so
the
fucking.
reason they
that's
started putting it on
actually,
PC is because of Xbox for sure.
Bro,
Because Microsoft
yeah.
started doing that.
bro, that Activision deal is actually some like playground petty shit.
Yeah, it's very
It's so fucking
Very
pathetic.
silly.
Billionaires are mad that billionaires are making more billions.
It's so pathetic.
That's
and the
correct.
thing Sony is saying on this is very funny. I was listening to like a lawyer go over all that
Weren't
stuff.
people
and
like,
it's
which company said Nintendo fans they wouldn't want Call of Duty?
that wasn't any company. That was I think that was with the UK, like the lawyers. Oh no, either it was the lawyers or it was the lawyer representative of Sony for the UK. It was like, oh, Nintendo's not actually a competitor with us because they deal with children's games. And Xbox came back. It's like, well, no, they have Bayonetta. Like, they have
Bayonetta was
adult
I
just
think
games.
I may
fucking-
have heard that quote
Bayonetta
differently
was just
then,
throwing
because
ass.
what I had heard, and I guess this must have been wrong, was that they said that by taking the company, it would turn Sony, like Sony was commenting saying that they would turn basically into a quote unquote Nintendo if they lost Call of Duty.
Yeah,
With
they
the
would
argument
turn
being
a-
that like they're so reliant on their first party studios that like Sony would basically have to become that. But it's like,
Yeah.
what, you don't want to be Nintendo, the company that makes billions of dollars?
Bro,
And,
could
like,
you
I
imagine
don't
if Sony
understand.
relied on their first party IPs? Like,
Yeah, I'm like, that's a good thing. Why wouldn't you want that?
your first
Are
party
we,
IPs are rotting in hell right now.
Are we talking
Except
about
for
how
God of War,
Frontiers
obviously.
sold 2.5
Yeah.
million?
Did it
Yeah.
really? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Good
it just
for
got
Sonic
announced
fans,
an hour
man.
ago.
How many players does Genshin have, though?
Bro,
Shit.
Are we doing this
don't do
already?
it, Roger. No, don't do it, Roger.
I just want to
I
know
need-
if we're doing that
I
already.
need-
Don't turn me
Viren
into
to
this
pull you
person,
back.
please. I don't.
I need Viren to pull you back from the depths. Those people were deranged.
Dude, I mean, they're nice
After
to
that
me,
thing, it
so
was
I don't know.
crazy.
Those- like
They're
I said,
nice
they're
to
nice
you
to me.
now because you show up and are all excited. Just wait.
Well, Roger, the reason they're nice to you
I'm not
is
going to do
because
videos
Genshin
if I never
Impact,
get excited about it, though. It's fine.
the sad reality here is
Yeah.
that Genshin Impact has no interesting content creators. So when you started
I'm
streaming it,
interesting. What the heck?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you started
I was
streaming
like, what
it,
the heck are you
Caught
talking
feelings
about?
already.
I know. I was like, come on.
so when you started
crazy.
streaming it, all these Genshiners were like, wait, people can have personality? And then they latch onto you. But you're gonna say something like you're gonna say like Diluc is you're gonna say something stupid. I don't know what you're gonna say.
I've already said plenty of stupid things, and I haven't really gotten.
What's crazy
backlash.
about
I said
Genshin?
Scaramouche is kind of lame. I said that Klee was super weird, and I skipped over her trailer the first time. I thought that whole thing was weird.
Yeah, kind of odd.
I always like share weird ships to just make people mad. So,
Bro,
feel
when
like
I
I've done
streamed
quite a bit.
Genshin, when I streamed Genshin and I was opening like or I was making polls with primos and shit, my viewership spiked. The moment I stopped and I actually played the game, that shit plummeted like crazy.
Yeah, people just want to watch polls.
Yeah,
That's
people
so
want
funny.
to live through your
And people
polls and
people
mobile
were
games.
donating to you to pull, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They like living vicariously through people. It's fucked up.
Chronically Online.
There you go.
Speaking of being chronically online, where the fuck is Fidel?
He's at
Chronically
Peru's
offline.
right now.
yeah,
Thank
he's with
God.
some other streamer.
By the way, Tito,
Disabled. Why
your
can't I use this?
your talking picture
I
is
know.
also different. Okay.
He's trying to fix it.
No, I'm not.
Oh, never mind. Okay. And then again, reminder, by the way, again to Tito, to Mike, and to McDareth, use your codes
I
as
already
soon
did.
as you can.
Yeah, I
perfect.
used it.
Okay, good. Because I was like, I know they do expire kind of soon.
I got a scarf.
Nice.
I got Premiere Ball.
I know Coast got all the Paldean starters.
Actually, you're nuts for the first time.
They had a sick ass Gengar jacket on the Pokemon Center website, but it cost like $200, and I almost
Bro,
threw up.
I showed Roger there's like a 79-foot Arcanine that's like $5,000.
Oh yeah, that thing is very.
Yeah, it's like 500. I know 2 people who
Yeah.
bought it.
500. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone
They're
it was
making,
wild. We were at Pokemon Worlds this year, and do you guys know Super Duper Danny? So somebody
do
bought
not.
them one of those Arcanine plushies that was at the Pokemon store and brought it up to the Pokemon Lounge area and was like, "Here you go," and just
What?
bought it at Worlds for them. Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to react to that.
The
We were
funniest
like-
part about that was Roger goes, "You guys know this person?" and immediately just transitioned without anyone responding.
Well, of
Here,
course, I wanted to.
Have y'all
tell the story.
seen this? Speaking of plushes,
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's cool. I like that.
It is cool.
that would unironically be like a not bad body pillow, like to rest your leg on or some shit.
True.
Okay, chat, Shofu's live. Go to his channel for the actual good audio.
Are you still streaming?
I always stream through it.
Okay.
Tito, did you make like a thing for Game of the Year?
Shofu has it.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Also, I'm
gonna be
going
right
to be
back.
during the show. I'm gonna be doing my shiny raid shenanigans. So if I get any cool ones, I'll put in the chat.
Please do. I'm gonna be playing Pokemon as well.
I got a shiny
for
Veluza
Final
earlier.
Fantasy 16.
My friend bought the collector's edition just now.
Yeah.
Does a Crisis Core come out tonight?
Yes,
I'm excited. I want to play that.
I've heard that's actually good.
Well, I
Like
mean, the original game was good. so
No,
I'd
I've heard this
imagine-
remake is solid. Like,
Oh, good.
Yeah, if it changes the combat, that's already amazing compared to the original game.
and apparently, even though the Switch version obviously runs at 30 FPS, apparently the port is good. So that's cool.
It better run good. It's a PSP game. It didn't
Yeah.
run- I'd
I
be
mean, but they
But
but they
weird.
remade it. They remade it.
It's
It's
a-
not like
yeah.
Oh,
it's the-
yeah. Okay. I was like, that'd be pretty bad if it didn't run well.
But I mean, we've had worse happen. Like we've had Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne on the Switch running like fucking diarrhea. So anything's possible.
Do I really look that much like Elon Musk? Come on, man.
I
Someone
feel like
didn't know that was me.
in some pictures where you smile and like squint your eyes really hard, you
Dang,
can,
man.
but generally no.
That's good.
I mean, it's 2022. That's the next thing people are just going to be upset about for the next several months.
Dude, come on. Oh, there we go. Good.
All right, can we start?
I'm ready. Yeah.
I don't know what we're waiting on.
Yeah, I think everybody who's going to be here is here. The only ones that are missing are Ricky and Fidel.
Who?
And Virum. And
Oh, and
well,
Virum.
Warchamp.
Virum said-
Virum said he's going to
Ricky go
sleep.
back
And
to
War
Africa
Champ
or
always
something?
does his.
Yeah,
Ricky-
Warchamp's
Ricky-
working.
My boy
Ricky
Ricky back
was-
in Zimbabwe, living the
He
life.
was
No,
in my
Ricky was
stream
here-
the other day.
Ricky over
Yeah,
there,
Ricky was
bro.
here with us the other
Yeah,
day
he did,
watching the
he
Game
did
Awards.
Game Awards with
Yeah.
us.
Ricky
Did
over
you
there
guys
in
record your
Tanzania, bro.
reactions?
What's
to that,
that
by
got
the
to do
way?
with the podcast, brothers?
It's on Zeph's stream.
Okay, good,
and then
good,
they're
good.
recording it though.
I was gonna say you should upload that to the Japan Time channel.
So he was here for practice, but not the actual game. What does that mean?
Pretty much.
That boy back in Tanzania.
That boy over there in Morocco.
Oh, that's fire. That boy over there in Ghana, real quick.
He eating jollof rice?
I hope so. That
Alright.
boy over there in Mozambique.
Mozambique. I am in Baku.
Oh, that's a
Leader
question,
of Baku.
Roger.
Leader of the Jabari.
Bro, come on.
How
movie
and
was really
where
good.
would you
I
want to put
enjoyed it.
that?
Leader of the Jabari.
Wait,
What are you
what'd
talking
you
about?
say? Wait, sorry, what'd you say, McTarrant?
How and where would you want to put the Game Awards watching
the
it?
Game Awards. I was gonna say upload it as a member stream for people, like the Japan Time Game Awards reaction or something, and just upload it
Okay.
as a members video.
That works. Okay.
People be very happy about that. They get a bonus members video and they get this week. They got a show and a bonus.
If you could
Look at that.
download
I
that,
want to
Zeph.
see. Oh shit! Did I? I'll put the VOD up now. My bad. Because I definitely popped off at Hades 2. That's true. That is a thing.
Oh yeah, Hades 2 was awesome.
I definitely lost my shit.
Is there like a Game Awards announcements
Are
list?
we
Here
gonna
we
talk
go.
about the Ludwig event?
We can, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Hello, my fellow Americans, and welcome to the Japan Time podcast for December 12th, 2022. I'm your host, Bill Clinton. I'm joined this week by the one, the only, Mr. Shofu. What's going on, Shofu?
Chillin', man. Chillin', man.
That's what I like to hear. Chillin' man, chillin' man. Respect it. I respect the men who chill and joining us on this show. We got McDareth.
Oh, what's up, former Mr. President? Glad to have you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Happy to be here. After McDareth, we've got Meg's #1 fan, Coasward. How are you, Coasward?
Michelle, I'm on. I can't. Bro, hey, what's up, guys? My Obama's not here right now.
Jesus Christ.
You were trying to be
It was
Obama.
so. I usually have it on point, but today is not. It's not here.
I understand. Finally, after that, we have Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hello, everybody. Congratulations on your Game Award, Mr. President.
Thank you very,
It's
very
nice
much.
to have you on the show.
I appreciate that. Thank you, son. And what did you spend your Pokemon gift card on?
Oh, I'm still trying to figure that out. This site kind of sucks.
Okay, well that's fine. You can figure that out later. And someone else who's figuring out his life later is he apparently is called Rabbi Bill Clinton, but I know this is Tito KMF. That's my buddy. What's up, Tito?
Look, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was gonna say where Obama at, but after hearing what he sounds like, he's good. Like I'm good, bro. I'm over here. Like,
Totally understand. And the last but not least, sitting over there, hopefully smoking some marijuana as per usual. We got my friend Zeph. What's up, Zeph?
You're Bill Clinton, right?
I think so. Last I
Okay,
checked.
so
it's like
I
half
gotta
Obama.
ask then.
Let's hear.
Was Monica Lewinsky sucking that dick?
I did not have sexual relations with the Aegis.
The Aegis.
The
What?
Aegis. Pyra and Mithra. I did not have sexual relations with Pyra and Mithra.
thought it was the ages.
The Aegis.
Is this
How else are you supposed to say it?
Is this a Bahatmit situation?
Bahatmit. What's a Bahatmit? I understand. Oh, thank you, Hillary. Thank you for bringing me dinner. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
He did not just look at her. Like,
You should have seen it.
You did not just call.
He's sick.
should've
He
seen
did
the-
not
you
just
should've
look
seen
at
the
her
look on
in
her
the
damn
eye
face when she
and
walked
call
in.
her
Oh my
Hillary
God.
with no context. You're sick.
You did not just call your girlfriend Hillary,
You're
bro.
sick, bro.
You should have seen the look on his face. She was like, "What are you doing?"
You're
Anyway,
you're a
what's up,
sick
everybody?
guy.
We got a good episode tonight. We got to talk about the game. Oh, I have like the drawl still in my voice a little bit. I got to kick this out a little bit. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got the Game Awards. We got the One Piece Odyssey preview event. We have our Game Award nominations, our own personal Game Award nominations. Apparently, there's the Ludwig. How do you say his name still? I always forget. Ludwig. So we got the Ludwig event coming up. Coast, do you want to start with that, actually?
Oh,
You said no?
yeah, I said nope.
What?
Okay.
Why not?
He's getting clapped by a Jigglypuff right now. That's why.
He's being clapped by a Jigglypuff. That's not the first time I clapped a Jigglypuff.
What?
All right,
No, let's move on. Let's move on.
Hey, show's over. Show's over.
I agree. I agree.
No, you know what? Here's actually a good thing we could start with. Let's start with.
Still be up there.
Show's fucking over.
Anyway, the show's back, and we're talking the Mario movie trailer. There's some really, really good new footage in that trailer. We got to see Peach. We got to see and hear Luigi. We got to see Donkey Kong. We didn't really get to hear Donkey Kong. Lots of Easter eggs. I mean, what'd you guys think of it? I think now it's looking pretty good.
This is the only thing I want to say, and I don't. Half the chat thought I was nuts, and half the chat knew exactly what I meant. Here we go. Peach, high key, sounds like Daisy to me, and I don't like it. Like high key sounds like Daisy.
All right.
If that, it is not at all the voice that I would expect her to have, but it is a much different. Her delivery is much more Daisy-esque to me than it would be to Peach. And I listened to that shit a couple of times to make sure I wasn't bugging. It just I don't know what it is. It just felt very like it's not good or bad. It's just it felt very not what I was expecting.
I mean, to be fair, they are making her like more battle hardened than normal, right? And so she would be more like Daisy. Daisy's always been kind of like the sporty one, and Peach has always
actually
been
they're defeminizing her according to Twitter. They put her in pants, and I can't deal with that.
So I actually saw a video on that, and I thought that was completely wild because it just goes to show none of them have played Mario Kart when it's straight up her Mario Kart jumpsuit that she's wearing. And the axe that she's carrying is like the axe at the end of the bridge in Bowser's Castle. So literally both of the things she's wearing are Easter eggs.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things like
goes
that.
into the Mario Kart section, right? Like literally, like that's the.
Oh yeah, the whole Mario Kart section is in Easter. Well, not that little bit, right? That first little bit, I think she's like trying to go to war with Bowser pre Mario getting there. That shot where she's walking out with Toad and then she sees the Bowser's
probably
Castle
before
floating in.
Mario shows up.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the implication being that at some point soon thereafter or before she will be on her bike. I think is.
Maybe. Mike, what did you think of all this as the resident
Mario movie trailer?
Mario spinoff? Yeah,
The Mario spin-off?
you're the Mario.
Isn't that Zeph's territory?
I don't know. You're the one posting screenshots of Mario
Bro,
Tennis.
he
I feel
just
like
asked
you're
for
the
your
guy.
opinion, bro. That's all.
Okay. No, I
People
think
like
it's
to hear from you, Mike. Come on.
no, I think it's I'm very excited for the movie now. I was a bit lukewarm on it from the first teaser, but it seems like they know what they're doing with this one. There's a lot of references, a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
And just like
Actually putting music from a video game
Yeah,
in a
the
video game
music.
movie? Whoa, dude.
I really love the designs of all the characters. We really got a good look of the majority of the main cast this time around. I just I love what they did with like the little details, like Mario's whole outfit and like proportions look really nice. And
I just
like
think
the
it was
faces
nuts
too.
that we heard, what was it, like 6 different Mario songs in 30 seconds?
Yeah,
And
that whole
and that
clip
segment
from
of
the
them
Game
just
Awards.
walking. Yeah, like, hello?
No, it's crazy.
Also, can we?
Fun fact about that I found out from Twitter and confirmed with War Champion Virum.
Oh, I
The
know exactly what you're
composer-
gonna say. Yeah.
The composer for the Mario
Yeah.
movie composed original pieces for Project M.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
But toads have names, by the
Man.
way. Just so y'all know, toads have names confirmed in that movie, by the way.
Yeah,
Like, what do you
yeah.
mean?
Because Toad, like, he specifically calls one of the toads by name, and he calls him Chanterelle. So they have like mushroom names, but he's Toad, who is also a toad. But other toads have names.
That's interesting.
They all got different voices. I thought they would
So-
all be voiced by one guy.
I thought so too. I thought Keegan Michael Key was gonna do all the voices for all the toads, but
So I guess he's the guy. Like, I guess he's just the guy. Like,
He
is the
that guy.
Toad.
Yeah, he's got the Captain Toad backpack and everything.
I feel like with this movie, after I watch it, I'm gonna need to like either look up, like a cam rip or something of it, because there were so many small little Easter eggs littered throughout the entire trailer. Like
Yeah.
things, not even like things like, how you pointed out, one of the toads is like selling an NES cartridge to another toad, and he's like, "Oh, you gotta blow on it to make sure to have it work at that point," or something like that. But there's like other smaller Easter eggs, like if you're paying super close detail, when Toad and Mario are going up the pipe to get to the castle, there's like maps of the entire castle that are themed like the Super Mario World map and the Super Mario 3 map and stuff like that. Where I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of that stuff throughout the entire movie that you're not even going to be able to see in theaters. Like you'll need the digital version and pause to see all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I need like a director's commentary on
I'm
the
kind of
Blu-ray
happy
or something.
Yeah, I'm happy about that too, because I feel like when producers or people working on the movie do that kind of stuff, I feel like more love is going into the movie itself, and they actually want to make something that's true to the original like Mario games. So
Definitely.
I mean, like, I don't think we should be super surprised, because how many times did they say that Miyamoto was fucking breathing down their neck?
Yeah.
Well, also, this seems like more of what Miyamoto should be doing anyway, because like he did the little Pikmin shorts, and he's been working on the theme parks, and I feel like this is what he wants to do.
Well, do you
know what I
really
mean?
think Miyamoto's breathing down their neck saying, "Hey, there has to be a Super Mario World map right here, and it needs to be 100% accurate"?
But I do think he is overseeing
No, but I'm
a
sure
lot
if
of
he
stuff to make
notices
sure that the
something
right
is like
Easter eggs.
empty or
Okay,
missing,
yeah,
he'll do
sure.
it. Or I'm sure like Illumination tried to do a fucking fart joke, and Miyamoto was like, kill yourself, actually.
Okay.
I don't think like, I think
he didn't say that.
Illumination.
There's no way he said that.
He did.
No,
He could have said it.
No, he didn't.
Illumination, I think, probably would try to get away with a lot of stupid shit if Miyamoto wasn't there.
I just need to say that Miyamoto did not say that.
That's right. Apparently, I told someone to drown themselves in an old episode of Japan Time. I didn't even remember that. And
Hey,
then
you can
Gareth is
find
like,
that sound clip on the Japan Time YouTube.
That's right, on the Best of
Yep.
Japan Time episode 3. Make sure to go check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/JapanTime Podcast. Anyway, there's a lot of other stuff that's in that Mario movie trailer. Like one of the scenes in the clip that they showed during the Game Awards is there was the Yoshi coins from Super Mario World that were in a glass case.
Have you guys brought up all the Donkey Kongs?
Oh, that too. That's
There's
true.
so
That's
many
true.
Donkey Kongs.
There's Dixie, Diddy, Kitty, Funky, Swanky, Donkey, Cranky.
Play with these.
I think that's it. I think there's
I
just
get it.
8. But Swanky Kong's a weird inclusion. And Kitty Kong. Why is
It's
Kitty
like-
Kong there?
An absolutely wild amount of Donkey Kong representation.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it almost feels like they're setting up so they could do a spin-off Donkey Kong movie.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have all these models laying around.
Yeah, they might as well
Because,
use them.
when they first announced that Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong were going to be in the movie, I was just expecting like DK and Cranky
Yeah.
in like their treehouse from
But,
Donkey
like,
Kong 64. I didn't
Funky
expect
Kong was Mario Karting.
If
a
anything,
temple.
if they don't do a DK movie, I see them doing a series, like a TV series,
Definitely.
where Seth Rogen will definitely reprise his role, as well as
and they
I
do
forget
all
the
the
guy
music.
who's doing the Cranky Kong. I mean, I feel like if
I would love that.
I feel like if they went out of their way to cast Cranky Kong's voice, I feel like they're setting up for something on the side for sure, whether it be another movie or a TV series. But yeah, I would like that too because of the music as well.
I just think it was so cool what they did with Cranky Kong's design, making him like an old king, kind of.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole design, I think, is really cool. The headdress and then the cart that you see later on in the movie. It
Like,
was just
even
neat.
the setup of them battling on the girder, like because
Yep.
the original Donkey Kong, they've since like the Rare made it so that Donkey Kong in the old arcade it was Cranky Kong.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, it looks great. Even that little bit at the very beginning right after he says "Let's go" and he jumps in the air, he literally does a forward air from Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of
They're
cool.
pulling
Oh, he
from
did
everything, dude.
the
Yeah.
forward air from Smash Bros a few times in these trailers.
Yeah.
He did that. He
He's
did
got
it
his
when he
little
was
run from New Super Mario Brothers as well, where he like lifts his legs all the way up.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, how dense do you think this is gonna go in terms of like old Mario like stories?
I think they're gonna reference almost all of the stuff pre-Galaxy because they even
I
have
think-
that line in the trailer where Peach says like, "Oh, every galaxy needs our help," and there's a leaked Happy Meal thing of
With the
Lumas
Lumas,
in the
right?
movie, right? But there's no Rosalina, which implies to me end credit scene is the
Yes.
Luma going back to Rosalina, and maybe it's like Wario and Rosalina in the second movie.
I
or
was
something.
Well,
I was having the same discussion. I think Mike was involved too, but I think the thing we came to was that Rosalina won't be post credits, and she'll actually just be like Endgame movie type shit. I can't remember exactly what we said.
I think she'll either be like Endgame or she'll just be in the sequel.
Yeah.
If she's
Cool.
not I don't think she's a post credits tease.
I think if there's a post credits thing, it's gonna be Dry Bowser or some stupid shit.
Yeah, but another thing we discussed is why is Mario so important to this story?
Yeah,
Because he's just like a normal guy that shows up and suddenly Bowser's like worried about him being here.
Yeah, he's like scared of him almost.
Yeah, and so we
When
talked
there's no
about
reason for it.
we talked about this idea that maybe they're pulling from Yoshi's Island DS, and they're gonna do the Star Children.
oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Because all the Star Children are there except for Wario.
Boo.
And that's like that would make sense as to why they would bring DK into the movie. They're all gonna
And,
team up.
How
Yeah,
much
Yoshi.
have we
Yoshi
seen of
himself
the Yoshi
is
stuff though, because you see the part with like the herd of Yoshis.
Yeah, that's definitely
it's
on
pretty much-
Yoshi's Island.
That's pretty much all we've seen so far.
And Yoshi himself is a Star Child, so that could work. But who fucking knows? I don't know what direction they're gonna go with this. But Mario being important is weird because he's just a guy in this. He's not Super Mario.
Now I don't know if this might be a thing in the trailer that I missed, but like if not, then like hard read. Like there's gonna be a part at the end of the movie where you actually get a scene where Bowser like falls in love with Peach. Like that's going to be a scene where he's just like.
You think so?
Yes, because that's it's going to be like where his like that's where the obsession's going to come from. You're going to get like those illumination shit where his eyes turn to like hearts and shit. Like there's going to be an illumination thing in here. Like there's just otherwise why hire them? You could have hired anyone in the world to do this, but you're hiring them for for a specific reason. So like. And that's one of those illumination like actual.
I don't
tropes.
think they'd hire
I think they're just
Illumination
hiring 'em 'cause they're
specifically to
cheap.
make a
No,
I don't think they'd hire
not
Illumination
for
to
that
make a
reason.
shitty
What
joke.
I'm saying is that like they are known for a particular type of humor and
Humor,
delivery.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And
and we are
you-
seeing like
regardless
sprinkles
how
of
much-
that in this movie.
Yeah, regardless of how much you think or maybe the reality of that Nintendo having creative, they are still the ones making the movie, and some of the
Also-
Illumination will be in the movie. So it's like
Yeah, Twitch has a point because they're owned by Universal, who's making the theme park.
I remember what was that
Right.
plot point we were talking about with the star? Remember that night? I think it was right after the Game
Where it
Awards?
was like Bowser gets the star, and then actually it's a fake out, and Mario
Yeah,
steals it.
so- yeah,
Yeah.
Like the trailer was like a bait to like the plot or something like that. I forget what it was.
Yeah, we were talking about
It was
we're talking about in the trailer the Power Star scene happens right after the penguin thing, but that could just be a trailer trick, and the Power Star scene is actually way later in the movie. Is that what you were
'cause
saying?
If they were like gonna hunt all the
Something like
stars
that.
down on the islands, or if how the plot was gonna like get them from island to island kind of thing.
I mean, oh fuck, oh god, take this from here.
Hello? What?
You okay, man?
I'm good.
I would. What?
this show sucks.
Took a hit of Dan's bong.
There you go.
What we were talking about is that Bowser seems to say that he found it, potentially meaning there's only one Power Star? Or do you think
Mhm.
there will be multiple?
Well, I feel like if they did multiple, it'd be a cool nod to like Paper Mario. It's almost feel like they should do multiple, but it's like, will they? Kind
Well,
of
I think
thing.
though I think multiple Power Stars makes sense because like Mario 64 had a bunch of them, and
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy had a bunch of them, but I think also like you saw on the map how like the Penguin Kingdom is all destroyed and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe when you take the star from a kingdom, it like falls apart
Maybe.
or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. Because obviously he lit it on fire and shit, but like maybe when you take a star, it like fucks up the ecosystem or something. I don't know.
Maybe. That makes sense.
You were talking about the power-ups and stuff, and that reminded me. You see the fire flower in this. You see Tanuki
Bro.
Mario.
Why doesn't Fire Peach have the ponytail though? What's going on there? What's happening there, Miyamoto?
She'll
Like,
get
they're
it. She'll get it.
referencing The Smash version
Later
where
in
she
the
doesn't
movie.
have it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would have been weird to have that happen during like the very subtle transition.
Do you
They
think
just couldn't figure it out animation-wise.
Do you think the final thing is gonna be Mega Mushroom Mario or Power Star Mario versus Bowser?
God, it could be anything. I
think
think
it's gonna be
honestly, I'm thinking Cape.
Ape?
I'm
Or
thinking
what
Cape.
about Wing
okay.
Cap or something?
Mm,
No, Cape's
About-
cooler.
because you want to make Mario
I
look like a
think-
superhero.
I think P
Yeah,
Balloon
yeah,
and
works
Mega
really well.
Mega Mario are gonna be like gags, like comedy gags.
I could see P Balloon being a joke. That's where they could fit in their stupid fart joke without being a fart.
There you go.
But
deflates.
yeah, I think Mega Mushroom has a bigger chance than Star Mario because like I think they're gonna want to make Bowser huge at some point in the movie.
Yeah. I mean,
Giga
just think,
Bowser's
like-
in the movie. Giga Bowser's in the movie.
That would be sick.
like
Well,
Well,
Star.
like I think what I
Bowser
thought
is
the
in
ending
the-
of the movie was gonna be is they both fight and they're huge, and Mario finishes him with the so long gay Bowser throw while they're both massive.
Pause.
But like they're doing different shit in this movie, so they could just like it could be Tanuki Mario versus Bowser or something.
I mean, admittedly, I do just think it's really cool that apparently the final action sequence based on these trailers is like a giant Mario Kart thing. Because I'm assuming that's them on their way to go fight Bowser, right? Where they're
I don't
all
know.
together. Because that to me seems like endgame level,
Yes.
like Act 3 climax stuff for the
Yes.
movie. This doesn't seem like something that's just happening midway through. They're not randomly having a race.
I do
Because you
think
can
it
even
might
see them in
actually
Battle
be
Gear.
midway through.
Really?
Yeah, because here's the thing: it is coming off right off the heels of Donkey Kong Island, and I don't know if they go right from Donkey Kong to fighting Bowser.
Hmm.
Yeah, you changed my viewpoint on that because I thought
Okay.
I thought Rainbow Road they were gonna use Rainbow Road to get to Bowser's castle in the sky, but with the way the trailer was set up and the shit, it just doesn't make any sense. And I think that's how they get to.
That's
each
what we were.
island.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about with the fake out with the star and
Oh.
stuff. I remember.
Yeah.
I think the Mario Kart may lead to the third act, but I don't think it'll be the third act.
I'm cool with that. Either way, this movie looks great. Like, I really am genuinely excited for it.
Definitely,
Yeah, no.
animation's actually really incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if like it's not like fantastic, I still think it'll be like a fun adventure movie.
Definitely.
Definitely at least like Sonic 2 tier.
And I'll say this because Vidal's not here. I hope hearing them use so much Mario music that the people making the Sonic movies will lean in
yeah.
more to the Sonic soundtrack.
If they don't use Sonic Adventure music in the Shadow movie,
Oh,
yeah,
I
they
will-
have to.
Yeah, they'd be messing
Like,
up.
come on.
Isn't
bro.
that
You gotta
next
use
year
that one
already?
song, bro. What's that
Is
song
that-
they be playing in the background? The low tier god, yelling.
Yeah, bro, that song is
They gotta
that
use that
every-
song, bro. That song is
What
dope.
song?
Oh,
the
no,
one
no,
where
no.
Low Tier God telling people to kill
The
themselves.
fucking
and-
Yeah, it's
The
it's that
Doomsday
evil-
theme?
Bro,
It's
that
that
shit is
evil
goated,
ass.
bro.
Hold on,
Doomsday
let me
theme.
get that shit. Let me get that shit. Let me get that shit.
The Doomsday.
Wait, I gotta listen to this.
No, I
Doomsday
got it.
Team Sonic.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's right here.
Did you pull
I got
this
it.
up so I could listen to this? Because I
No,
actually
it's
don't
in-
know
it's
which
in the
song you're
chat,
talking
it's in the
about.
chat, It's in the chat. It's in the
Let me
chat.
click this. Okay.
This shit funny as hell.
You
because
should kill yourself now.
But there are so many videos, not so many, but there's a lot of videos where Shofu's roasting somebody in chat, and that music kicks in. And that
Doomsday-
shit hits every time, bro. When those chords come in, that shit hits.
I feel like they got to do live and learn at least.
I was gonna say live and learn has to be in there.
I want City Escape. Like it's already
City
in
Escape would
San
be cool, too,
Francisco.
yeah.
You're
And they
doing
have
Sonic
fun.
Adventure 2.
Yep,
Come
yep.
on. You
I mean, that
gotta do
would be
City
pretty
Escape.
hype. Like the movie, like the movie intro credits roll, and then it just cuts right into City Escape.
That would be
Sonic
cool.
flying out of a fucking airplane.
Well, realistically, like isn't that, if I'm remembering correctly, isn't like the end of the second Sonic movie that you've got Gunn and the guy that used to work for Eggman as part of it now, and then they start
No,
talking
he was
about
just
Shadow.
he's not part of it. He was just hiding.
He's just
in
chilling
disguise.
there. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he's in
okay.
disguise.
And
But
then
they
they
start
talk
talking about Shadow,
and
and it's a
that's that.
50-year-old program. Like that's the setup for Sonic Adventure
Yeah,
2.
exactly. So I could totally
Isn't
see
the
them
movie
opening the
plot
movie with the
literally
City
Sonic
Escape.
Adventure?
Yes, like the way they set it up with Gun. It's a gun program that Shadow is
Yeah.
a part of. Like,
Okay, so what are the odds of the movie starting with Sonic coming out of the helicopter?
Yeah, I don't think it starts, but I think.
yeah, I don't know. They
It's gonna
start
happen at some
there.
point.
I
No,
think
yeah.
they start with Shadow getting out.
And then
Yeah,
at
and
some
then
point,
you, like-
Sure.
and then do
Like
City
the first
Escape.
mission of the Dark Story in Sonic
Yes.
Adventure, where
Yes.
Eggman's
Yes.
breaking him out and stuff, and then Shadow
Yes.
shows up, and then it cuts to
Yeah.
the scene in San Francisco.
Well,
It
like,
actually will flip between Dark and whatever the other one's called story.
I
Hero.
still really want them, if they're gonna do a Sonic movie and have Sonic and Shadow in it, there needs to be some type of reference where they talk over each other and cut into their audio. You're the fake hedgehog around here. I'll make you eat those words.
Might
Do we
do
know
that.
who's voicing Shadow yet?
Not yet.
We don't.
Not yet.
We don't. I'm
One
sure
thing
it's
I
gonna
would-
be a celebrity, right? It has to be. If
Yeah,
they need Idris
probably.
Elba for Knuckles.
It's Idris
Well,
Elba
one
again.
thing
Yeah,
I
they
would
said they want to get
say-
someone really famous.
It's Michael
Yeah.
Cera.
Real
Michael
fast.
Cera.
Sarah.
Okay.
Story-wise,
Ready,
with
ready,
those
ready, most egregious casting for Shadow the Hedgehog. Ready, go.
Egregious.
Terry Crews.
I
Oh,
think
God.
it's Kumail Nanjiani.
Andy Green.
Who's the dude that plays Joe from Family Guy? Cast him.
Who from Family Guy?
Joe?
Wait a minute. That would
Oh,
actually be
the guy who
amazing.
plays
Wait,
Kronk?
Wait. That would
Cast
be great.
Crunk right now, bro.
Kronk would go crazy.
You're the fake
It's
hedgehog around
Patrick
here, Sonic.
Warburton. Patrick Warburton.
Thank you.
Buckle them seatbelts.
Kronk would be nuts.
wait. Pull up some shit on top.
Bro, just imagine he jumps on the plane and just goes, Sonic.
I think
says,
you're the fake hedgehog around here.
Disgusting black creatures. Get out of my sight.
Will other atrocious castings? Will Ferrell.
Oh, Will Ferrell would be horrendous for Shadow.
God. It's just
Pee Wee Herman.
it's
Pee-wee
just
Herman.
it's just gonna be what's his name? It's one of the Chris's.
I just see Batman in the chat saying Jerry Seinfeld, and I'm just like, what's
Jerry
the deal with Sonic?
Chris Evans?
Oh my
Yes. No, the other one.
God. Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth,
Yes.
Chris
Chris
Pine.
Hemsworth. Realistic?
Roger, you bringing up Jerry Seinfeld now makes me want a dub of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as Jerry, Kramer, and like Jason Alexander. Like I need that,
Actually,
Jason
fuck that.
Alexander unironically
bro.
would be
I
amazing.
need Knuckles to go to the Laugh Factory as Kramer. That's
Actually, fuck that. It's James Corden. Fuck it.
James Corden. It would be
James
so
Corden.
funny.
It's-
That is
Sonic,
the worst timeline.
where on
Sonic,
Chaos
Sonic.
Emerald Sonic?
Oh god.
Actually, no.
You
okay, but
fucking
actually,
twat.
unironic suggestion, which I think would be actually fire, and I've been wanting him to do voice casting forever. I think John Bernthal would be insane.
On the shirt for Shadow? I mean,
Yes,
I-
bro.
that'd be
Bro.
interesting.
Yeah,
Is
honestly,
that
that
not?
would work.
I wouldn't
That's
hate
the
it.
most metal shit of all
No,
time.
I wouldn't hate it.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, actually, I like that a lot.
John
Yeah.
Bernthal, because
John Bernthal.
he has that like really low, raspy voice. He's like
Yeah.
very conversational. He doesn't.
It's a
talk
good
too
choice.
fast.
It's like low and raspy,
Jimmy
but just high
Fallon?
enough.
It's just Jeff Keighley.
Speaking of Jeff Keighley, how about we talk about the Game
There you
Awards
go.
a little
You
bit?
see
We
it
got a
there.
lot of cool stuff
The
coming
alley,
up.
the oop to the alley.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. So let's go over first all the things that won, and then let's go over some of the announcements, because I think the announcements are going to take up more time. Whereas the game of the year stuff, I feel like is pretty easy. So
Well,
obviously,
the awards all like they were like mostly like a handful of games. It wasn't like all spread out.
right. I do think the pacing this time around was better. I still think it obviously
much
went on a
better,
really long time, but that first hour was way better.
Yeah, the second half he started
Christopher
smoking
Judge
crack.
still fucked it up though.
Yeah, so the first hour after the first like 20 minutes.
I saw people saying that. I actually think Christopher Judge is what saved that first hour because it forced them to go quickly.
And let him cook.
I would much rather Christopher Judge
yeah.
talk for 8
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
and then have
Oh,
them
shit.
fly.
I loved
through all
that
this other
speech.
stuff.
That was great.
It's fucking Jeff Keighley as Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park. Just like let him cook.
Let him cook.
Yeah, I like the speech too until you
wasn't
think
bad,
about fucking
it's
Al
just-
Pacino's knees exploding.
He just went
My
for
man
so
wanted
long.
to sit down,
Still-
bro. He was tired, bro.
I'm telling, he was fine with those medical shoes on that he had. I'm telling you.
Oh man. Apparently he was at Al Pacino was at the after party at the
Yeah, he was. I saw him.
what's it called?
Like a lot of people took
the
pictures. of him.
JW Marriott. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man.
It's cool, man. There was a
That's a-
photo
that's a
of
bag for him.
Kojima standing next to Reggie, and I was like, that's amazing. Love seeing the two of them together. Anyway,
let's power through these winners.
Yeah, let's power through real quick. Game of the year, Elden Ring. No surprise there. Game direction, Elden Ring. Best narrative, God of War Ragnarok.
That I
Best
think is a
art-
major L.
Really? What
What?
would you have given it to instead?
Um,
Of the nominations were Plague Tale, Elden Ring, Ragnarok, Horizon Immortality. For narrative. Xenoblade wasn't even nominated.
oh, then never mind. I thought.
Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
what
say, yeah, exactly. That's why I thought you were going with it. So I'll save you. Best art direction went to Elden Ring. Best score, this was an L. Best score went
Yeah,
to Ragnarok. That
that's a
should have been
major L.
Xenoblade. Xenoblade has like what 70 something tracks.
Bro, I saw a tweet.
Someone
God of War
compared-
Ragnarok had 2 hours of music of music. Xenoblade had 130 tracks, over 30 hours of
There
music.
you
How
go.
do you lose that award?
That doesn't mean anything.
Quality over quantity, bro. What the
Right.
fuck
Yeah,
does
that
that
shit
have to
doesn't
do
mean
with
anything.
anything?
Are you
but the
telling
music
me
in
that? Are you
Xenoblade's
telling
very
I haven't
good.
played either one of those games. I'm just saying that's not a good reason as to why one should win over the other one.
Like,
The
But
music's excellent. We could do
I'm-
live
Hey,
reactions. for
God of
music
War
to
mid got
Xenoblade
swept
right
by
now.
Elden Ring.
it did not get
Anyway,
Yeah,
It
so
did
let's
not
keep
get
going.
swept.
So we got.
Objectively, it did not
it
get
did,
swept.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it
God
did,
of War.
it did.
No, it
I
didn't.
mean, it definitely didn't. God of
It
War
did,
got
it
a
did.
lot of nominations. Okay,
It got
let's
swept.
keep
It got
going.
swept.
So okay, speaking of another award for
Hey,
God
get
of
the
War,
cock out
was
your
best
mouth, bro.
audio design. Best audio design was God of War.
All I wanted to do there was make Tito mad, and it actually worked.
No, it's
It
just
worked.
you're literally
Best
in your
move-
mic. That's what it is.
There
You
was
are
a
in your
game-
mic.
There was a game that was nominated for audio design as well that I think should have won over God of War.
Gran Turismo, Horizon.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
Okay, fair enough. Best performance, Christopher Judge, obviously. We talked about that a little bit. Games for Impact was As Dusk Falls. Best ongoing game was FF14. No surprise. You can just go play it right now. Free trial up to Heaven's
That's
Word,
mid-
award-winning expansion pack. There you go. Best indie game was Stray. Best debut indie game was also Stray, which I thought was kind of weird that Stray was nominated in both categories and then won both. But
happens.
whatever. It's a good game. Best mobile game went to Marvel Snap. Best community support went to Final Fantasy
And we
XIV
can,
again.
we can skip over
no
one of the ones
surprise.
that's coming up.
Best innovation and accessibility, God of War. Best action game, Bayonetta 3. Best action adventure, God of War Ragnarok. Best RPG, Elden Ring. Surprisingly, I thought something
No,
else
not
was going to win in that.
surprisingly.
Really,
No,
I
that's-
thought something
I
was
was
going to
very
win in that
surprised about that.
category.
What else?
I
would
thought
have
they were
won?
going. I thought they would give it to Xenoblade and then let
Yeah.
Elden Ring win
No.
Game of the Year.
No. I
Like,
agree.
as much as
Xenoblade
we can
should have
cope-
won that,
As
but
much as we
yeah,
can cope, Elden Ring
Yeah.
is still a very
it wasn't
great
gonna
art.
take
It's
it.
a great game, of course. Yeah. Best fighting game was Multiverses. Best family game was Kirby over Splatoon, which was
That was surprising.
kind of
That's
interesting.
weird.
But
Yeah,
then,
that was surprising.
Splatoon.
Yeah,
was
Splatoon best
then ends up winning
multiplayer
best
game over Call
multiplayer.
of Duty
So,
and like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Best
Yes.
strategy.
Didn't win best
Honestly,
multiplayer, and then I disconnect
look-
from my match 3 times in a row.
looking at this right now, I mean, Nintendo won a lot of awards. Like best strategy game was Mario Rabbids, best action was Bayonetta, best family was Kirby, best multiplayer was Splatoon.
Yeah,
They
Nintendo
won
won
a
a
lot of
decent
stuff.
amount of awards this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I would
Best.
hope so.
Let's see. Content creator of the year went to Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Ludwig, sorry. A bunch of esports things we don't care about. Best adaptation was Arcane, and best most anticipated game, excuse me, is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Have we talked about how weird it is that you get an award for being expected? Does anyone else think that's weird, or is it just me?
What do you mean?
What?
Like to be an like the most anticipated game that as an award, that's weird to me.
I
Maybe
don't
as
know,
an
it
award,
could
yeah,
be
but I
like
think it's a fun poll.
build up to stuff like.
Yeah, but you haven't done anything. Like I haven't played the game.
It
Like,
doesn't even
Yeah,
need
but
to
it's-
be an
it's-
award though. It should just
that's
Yeah.
what I'm
Shouldn't
saying. Like,
even
where's
be
the
there. What does that even
right?
mean?
Like, why am I?
You
You're,
didn't even
you're
do
giving an
that yet.
award. You're giving
This
an
whole
award.
show is just to fucking jerk
I mean, but
yourself off anyway.
even
so, like,
E3
let's-
does that. Like E3 does like game of the show and stuff like that. It's
What
like
does that
the
mean?
game.
That doesn't.
fuck
That
is
doesn't
that?
mean that that's correct. Just because someone else does something shitty.
Okay, can I explain? It's just like it's showing that this is the thing that people are most excited about, and it's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that a developer can then put on a box that shows people like, oh, people are really excited for this game. So like,
So it
it's
is
like,
weird that it's an award.
Not really.
No.
Why people track pre-orders? How the fuck
The
is
only
it weird?
thing, the only thing that's weird is that it's an award during the main show versus one of the ones that like just gets thrown in the pre-show. Because there was a lot of stuff in pre-show that really should have been a main award, but this happens every year. Again, I'm
Okay.
happy that the esports stuff was quick in the very beginning. Like I think that was the right play. Having it in the beginning with a couple little like fun world premieres and then having a bunch of really good reveals in the first 30 minutes of the show. But then again, that created sort of like a vacuum of hype where then in the second half of the show, there was a lot of stuff that wasn't particularly interesting.
I'm just saying that in a show where Jeff Keighley comes out and says we are here to celebrate all the games that came out this year, you're giving an award to a game that did not come out.
Pretty
this
sure.
year.
I
he
mean,
says
they've always
celebrate
done that.
gaming.
That
Game
doesn't
Awards.
make
Final,
it-
like
okay.
Final Fantasy 14 got an award, bro. Like what are we talking
Yeah.
about?
What do you mean? That game is
Genshin
out.
got an award.
Yes, but it didn't come out this year.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it was an award for
What?
like
It won an award
Also,
for best
Jeff
ongoing.
Keighley,
game.
I don't
Best
think
ongoing game.
specifically ever says this year. He just says celebrating gaming.
yeah. He also it's also about like
not that
games
fucking
coming
serious.
out. That's why there's so many fucking trailers and shit.
It's
Speaking
just a
of
big ad
trailers,
show.
let's talk about some of these because there were some really
Yes,
good
sir.
reveals during the show this year. First and foremost, well, actually, before even any of that, one of the first things they did was they announced the Castlevania Dead Cells, which was kind of cool during the pre-show. I've never played Dead Cells. Have any of you guys played Dead Cells before?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Are you excited for this?
I like Castlevania, so I'll probably play it a bit. But like, I'm not a huge Dead Cells fan. But it's
So
fun. It's a
apparently-
good game.
This is DLC that's going to add new enemies, 14 weapons, 2 new biomes, a new storyline, 3 bosses, and 20 outfits, along with 50 original and reimagined Castlevania music tracks. So, I mean, they're going all out for this. If you're a Castlevania fan, I feel like you have a lot to look forward to with this Dead Cells DLC. But the first major reveal of the show, Hades 2, the
That is
first
not-
sequel game
That is,
from
was that-
Supergiant.
Was that before
Yeah.
Street Fighter? Was that in the pre-show?
That was Street Fighter wasn't pre-show, was it?
No, Street Fighter was the
No.
first thing of the main show.
Oh, well, we can talk about Street Fighter first. I thought Street Fighter was later.
No, Street Fighter opened
no,
the
it was
show.
earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, Street Fighter opened the show. We get a new trailer. There was DJ, Manon, Marissa, and JP shown off in this trailer for the first time. Obviously, most of us have seen their designs. A lot of this stuff leaked earlier, but the trailer looks really good. It continues to be a fantastic looking game. Excited to play it next year. We have the release date for that game being June 2nd, 2023 as well, coming out right before E3 time. It's looking pretty good.
There are. Don't worry against the other ones, but there's too many games in June.
That's right. Well, I mean, one of the other ones, while we can talk about it now, is considering it's a June release date, is Final Fantasy 16 got a new trailer and a release date as well. Final Fantasy 16 is going to be released on June 22nd, 2023. And this new trailer gave us a look at the summon battle system. And I think it was called Revenge was the name for this trailer. But continues to look really cool.
Are these
Yeah,
new
that's pretty
trailers
good.
doing a lot for everybody?
Which ones?
The Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
okay.
I was gonna get it regardless, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I feel. I feel like I'm happy they're not showing too much because I know I want it and I don't
Yeah,
want to
that's
really
so
be
fair.
spoiled on the story.
I just feel like
Um,
it's getting to that point where I feel like I'm seeing like very repeated stuff every
yeah.
new trailer they put out.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, again, I really would rather just see this and like confirmation of a
Absolutely.
release date than actually get any spoilers for stuff. But I mean, again, it continues to look really good. It's definitely not winning over, I think, anybody that's not already excited for it. If that's what you mean, like in terms of if it's doing
Yeah.
it for anybody. But
It's
yeah,
just like it's reminded me a lot of what was that shooter that came out last year
shoot,
that had like
oh,
a trailer every show?
Deathloop.
Yeah,
Deathloop?
Deathloop.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
giving
yeah,
me
yeah.
that kind of vibe.
Well,
That game was
Feel
really
that.
good too.
I would agree, but 16. This is like the second or third trailer we've seen in 16 it's been rare that we see stuff about this game.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
I get what Mike's saying because it does look very similar compared to the other trailers. Like the vibe and the aesthetic of the trailer, when you compare this to, say, like the FF15 trailers, where there was like a very distinct FF15 trailer with them in the car around the open world.
Yeah.
There was a very distinct first one with like the story stuff, and then the little cut-ins of all the characters with the epic music, and then the reveal that it's actually 15 and not.
Yeah, I feel like
13
15 needed all those though because they had to explain that it's no longer 13 versus.
For sure.
It just
For
feels
sure.
like every trailer we've gotten for 16 is like the little kid covered in blood and then a bunch of quick cuts of the summons.
Well, they showed the party this first time, and they didn't show them before. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was cool.
I did love the bit where like Ifrit's jumping on the giant God of War looking arm. I thought that was kind of cool too. Looks good. I mean, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're gonna
Just-
play it. So.
I'm so used to games recently just showing everything in their advertising.
Sure.
So when we get a game that doesn't show anything, I get like worried. It's like, is this it? Is this all there is?
Well, I guess hopping back to what we were going to talk about earlier, because we kind of skipped over it, in terms of like a trailer that actually showed a surprising amount. Hades 2, getting the first ever sequel from Supergiant, previously developed Transistor, Bastion, obviously the original Hades. They did that Pyre game that everyone forgets about. I mean, this looks fantastic. This looks like more of Hades. I think the main character looks really cool. I was surprised because at first I thought it was like a game in the
DLC.
Hades universe.
I also thought
Well,
it
you
was
thought
DLC.
it was DLC.
I also thought it was DLC
Oh,
because
see, I thought
it's called Hades, and obviously the plot, it's one of the. No, I'm not gonna say that, but like the plot of Hades is contingent on the roguelike mechanic, so they intentionally don't tell you anything in any of the trailers for the game. In terms of like, it's just only gameplay. There's very little dialogue. It's just like, hey, look, here all the cool shit you can do. Because the idea is you have to earn the story.
Sure.
But like, so it being called Hades to me is weird. If Hades isn't in the game, and Zag also isn't in the game, so like, I'm obviously very down for it. It was my game of the year that year when the year
Sure.
it came out.
sure.
So but like, I'm excited to see, because apparently this game not like, so it's about Kronos and something about Kronos, who is the Greek god of time.
Right.
So maybe Hades pulls up later, maybe Zach pulls up later, maybe not. I would have to see. It's just interesting that they chose to call it Hades 2, because I don't think they are the type of developer to call it Hades 2 just for publishing, like just for like notoriety reason. Like they're calling it Hades 2 for a reason. So, you know,
Have we seen it? Have we seen any characters in this trailer that were old characters, or were they all new characters?
I think even the gods, even the boons were new. Like it was
Right.
like Apollo was new. Like Apollo wasn't in the first game.
Because I'm just curious if maybe they're calling it a sequel, but it's actually a prequel.
Well, she ends it by saying something about her father, so I was assuming she's the daughter of the person from the. I didn't finish Hades. Sorry, I didn't play Hades. But I've watched
you think
it.
she's Zag's daughter?
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
think
cool.
she might be the daughter because she says she's trying to save her father, and her look looks a lot like his. So I would assume that.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Not a bad idea. I loved that first game, though. I really am excited to play this, and I did not expect that at all.
I'm also
as an
assuming
announcement
Zag is the one that's at the end of the trailer that's chained up.
Oh, someone. It says here that she's confirmed as Hades' other child, so she's actually Hades' daughter. She's Zag's sister. Supergiant confirmed it.
Okay.
Oh,
well then that
Interesting.
answers my concern. Not, it wasn't even a concern. It was just a curious point where they are not the type of developer to call it Hades 2 for no reason. So, if that's the case, if she's Zag's sister, then I can extrapolate from that. Given how ambitious this particular dev is, there will be sections of this game where you get to switch between the two.
Also, Zender clarified in the chat that Hades was the one that was trained up in the trailer at the ending.
Okay.
I mean,
I did not know that.
It looked like an older Hades, but there's no reason for him to be older because he's immortal. But like,
True.
it looked like an older Hades. So I mean, I guess sure. But again, I this is one of the games where I'm like, the less I see, I'm okay with, because like, I just want to play the game. But I definitely do think that you'll be able to switch. You'll be able to play as Zag or as this new girl whose name I don't know. I don't even know if they said her name. I might be wrong, but
Cool. The next game reveal. This was actually really cool, but I wish we would have seen more of it. This is the next game from the BioShock developers. So Ken Levine, the creator of BioShock, has finally revealed his game. It's called Judas. It looks basically like BioShock in space, which is, if you know anything about BioShock and the history of that series and why it's called BioShock, you know that, again, those games were inspired by System Shock. System Shock was in space, but this is apparently a new IP. And it says, a disintegrating starship, a desperate escape plan. You are the mysterious and troubled Judas, and your only hope for survival is to make or break alliances with your worst enemies. Will you work together to fix what you broke, or will you leave it to burn? I mean, initially just going off of it, it looks like a BioShock game.
Yeah.
I think I was more surprised that this was announced more than I was shocked at like how the game looked. I think it looks okay. I think it's kind of early on. I am a
The aesthetic
massive
was
fan.
super duper cool.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the original BioShock. So if this is anything like that game, I am all in. Especially, which is, you know, surprising. I'm not usually like a horror game kind of person, but I really did love those games. The only thing about it is that, like, a big reason why I loved the aesthetic of BioShock 1 and BioShock 2 was the historical stuff. And I don't know how much of the historical stuff they're actually going to put into this, considering it's in space and seems like a future kind of setting. But literally the animation of that character in the very beginning of that trailer where she reaches her hand out is straight up taken from BioShock 2. Like, it's the exact same animation of the hand of the Big Daddy against the thing with then the big sister on the inside of the dome. So, yeah, again, I'm excited, but I definitely need to see more.
The only reason I'm like very cautious about this is that whenever I see a new studio announcing a game and it's like from the creators of that super influential game that you love from like 10 years ago, that's a huge red flag to me. Because that's Mighty Number 9, that's Yooka-Laylee, that's Callisto Protocol.
Okay, so I would say Callisto for sure, but the other two were like Kickstarters. So that's like, but I feel like modern gaming,
And
there's
also
a lot of
Back for Blood.
Yeah, true.
That's
like,
true too.
There's a lot of like venture capitalist money out there right now because
Mike pretty much said my point too.
a lot of these studios have been running their devs like to death, almost trying to finish these games. A lot of them have been leaving, just making new studios. So like, there's a lot of Blizzard run like post Blizzard game. I can't talk. Post Blizzard Entertainment like developers out there like. Marvel Snap won Best Mobile Game, and then Ben Brode went up, and Ben Brode was the lead designer of Hearthstone. But he went and made, I think, Frost Giant. I can't remember what their studio's called, and they made Marvel Snap.
And that game's fire, by the way. I don't know if anybody in chat needs a good mobile game. That game's very good.
I've heard from a lot of people it's really. I mean, it did win Best Mobile Game of the Year. So,
what I will say that like the whole like I get the apprehension for like made by like I get it. But like, I also think like it's. I mean, like with everything, it's case by case. Like for example,
absolutely.
Like Back 4 Blood's a good game. Like that game.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Not nearly as good.
No, what I'm saying is that because the concept in and of itself is a little outdated. Like the gameplay loop was a little outdated for.
Oh, I don't know if that was the issue.
No, for I think because they didn't really change the formula, they just added upon it. Like there wasn't a not.
Isn't the issue there's no fucking content in the game? Like it's the same thing over and over.
I mean, so is Left 4 Dead.
Stupid
Left 4
card
Dead's the same
shit.
five the same 5 levels. Like
no, I think
but it was actually fun. Like the Left 4 Dead levels had there was like more to them. When I was playing the Back 4 Blood levels or whatever, I don't even know what that game's called, but it felt like I was just walking forward. Left 4 Dead, I was at least doing gas shit and going and starting the helicopter and
everything that it is in Left 4 Dead is in Back 4 Blood.
Well, that's not true because they have like the infected and
I don't know what they did then because that game sucks ass.
Like I played a lot of both because I had this like literally at least maybe not at the end of Left 4 Dead, but especially at the start, like there's the gas shit, there's races to the end, there's all the like all of that is there. The only issue is, again, I think that the gameplay loop.
No.
I'm sorry. I have to stop you. I was kind of zoning out for a second, and then I was looking at the other like upcoming things, and then I heard you say racist to the end, and I thought you said racist to the end and not races to the end, and I was very confused. I'm like, what kind of game mode is that?
No, you heard me correctly.
Oh, it's literally called Racist to the End.
Yeah, go ahead, Google it.
I'm not going
That
to
was a
Google
crazy
that. I don't want that in
campaign.
my search history. I definitely do not want that in my search.
Okay, well.
I'm not doing that.
right.
Moving on real quick, because we do have a lot of games to get through.
Yeah, go.
There was also Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon, which is going to be a spin-off set in the Bayonetta universe that arrives on Switch on March 17th. This is going to be the Switch game for March. It actually looks like a Bayonetta game.
I'm
that
honestly like excited for this.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. It's got a neat like storybook art style to it. It's got the top-down perspective. Looks kind of interesting. I'm
the art
forward
style
to
is
it, actually.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it could be just like a fun, fun little adventure action game.
Yeah, good little game for March. Speaking of another little game, I have no familiarity with this franchise, so maybe someone else could pick this up. There is a new Hellboy game coming out. Got announced for PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox, and PC. So literally everything. And I mean, visually it looks kind of cool. Reminded me a little bit of Mad World on Wii. So I don't know this franchise really. So
You're good.
cool. We got Crime Boss, which is a game starring Chuck Norris and Danny Trejo and Vanilla Ice. I don't know. They spent a lot of time on it.
Very
Dude,
weird.
that
90s
genuinely looks super interesting to me, and I kind of want to play it.
So what looks interesting to you about it, other than just the
visuals of it, just how it looked? Like, honestly, it's just not so much the setting, but like visually how it like the art direction of it. Like, not that it's set in Miami and all that, but like it kind of gives off just like 80s cyberpunk to me.
Okay.
And that's how I feel like the game flow is gonna be. But yeah, I don't know. At first I was kind of not happy about movie stars being modeled into games and stuff, but it's starting to pique my interest.
I get that, but I feel like it also makes sense now that we're moving to like mocap and like actual acting in mocap. It makes more sense to get someone who acts.
Yeah. Like after Death Stranding, I can't rag on it.
What else? Returnal got announced for PC. So we were actually just talking in the pre-show about PlayStation games coming to PC. Returnal's a really good game, though.
I'm still in the Bloodborne waiting room.
Oh, that's true. I don't think Bloodborne's ever coming to PC, if I'm being honest.
It's not.
I don't think that's ever happened, and I would say you're going to be sitting in that waiting room for a while. Someone who's also sitting in the waiting room because they didn't end up winning the award, Genshin Impact beat Sonic
You've just been
Frontiers
waiting this whole time
for the player's voice. Genshin Impact took the votes away. They said they took the bot votes out.
So all I have to say about this, right, is why the hell did they have to remove the bot votes? Because that implies is that the one that lost was botting. That's all. That's what that implies.
Yeah.
So I know he's just joking, but like I know there was bot votes in general, but I know the way people are going to take that is that the one that lost is because they were botting.
What do you mean, the other 4 people?
Okay, bro, you calm down over there. I'm sure you feel like this doesn't matter, but like it's like 2 whole communities filled with a bunch of people. It's annoying.
You know what I gotta say about this? At the end of the day, I'm getting 800 free Primo Gems. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Bro, your broke ass not
I
happy
thought I
about
was gonna be
800
the
free
sole-
Primo Gems, bro. No
I
fucking way.
thought I was going to be the
Hey,
sole.
I haven't played that game in
shit.
months. I couldn't
That's
give
like
I couldn't give a
3-year-olds,
damn
bro.
if it lost.
That's crazy.
Oh
I'm
my
happy about the
God.
free Primo Gems, man. In fact, I'm going to rename my Genshin stream tomorrow. I'm happy Sonic lost. That's
There
going to
we
be the
go.
name of my Genshin
There we
stream
go.
tomorrow morning. That's it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't want the heat on me, but I also think
yes, you do. If you're naming that, like,
No,
what?
I mean, you're not a bitch, so you're gonna do it. Like that's
there
really
we go.
what it is.
I mean, I will do it.
I know you won't, because you're not a bitch. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
know.
Like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Cry? Like,
Nothing.
they're gonna do that anyway.
I'm not going to do anything.
Right.
Speaking of not going to do anything, I'm probably not going to play Among Us, but they added a new. I don't know.
Bro,
it was a
How are
weird
you gonna
transition.
say that? No.
We're definitely gonna do a Japan time hide
How
and
was
seek.
Roger
We're
gonna
gonna
say
do
that?
it.
But then after the show, he goes, "Guys, we should really play Among Us."
I was
hide and
just gonna
seek with
say.
the crew.
I was just going to say that was the wrong game to use it for. It just happened to be the next. What I should have said that for was Horizon. They announced gameplay DLC for Horizon. I don't care about that. I'm not
Hey,
going to play that. I will.
You know
actually
who else
play-
isn't playing that? You know who else isn't playing that? PS4 owners, because that DLC is not even coming to the PS4. It's only
It's
PS5.
not?
It's not.
It's not.
Only PS5.
Oh,
Thank God.
Wild.
that is wild. But I know I actually will probably play the hide and seek with the Japan
what
Time
y'all did
crew.
there.
That'll be a lot of fun. It was weird that they brought out the guys from Glass Onion to introduce that, though.
He's in the game now.
I guess so. I guess so.
Wait, did they come out for Among Us or for Horizon?
Among Us.
Among Us.
Oh, okay.
Because
Because
in
apparently
Glass
play
Onion,
Among Us in the movie.
Yes, they play
Oh,
Among
right,
Us in
okay.
Glass
Yeah.
Onion.
Yeah. Speaking of DLC, this was also really weird because they announced this like during a commercial break. There was a DLC trailer for a Fire Emblem Engage that reveals the protagonists of Fire Emblem Three Houses and Tiki are going to be the first 4 DLC characters. I saw some people angry about this. I'm not really mad at all because the whole thing with the game, if you've been following Engage's story, is that it surrounds like the main protagonists of every mainline Fire Emblem up to this point. And so naturally, like you wouldn't have Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude and Tiki because the main protagonist of Tiki's first game is Marth, and the main protagonist of Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude's is Byleth.
I think more of the annoyance is that the game's not out yet, but we're announcing the first
for
DLC characters. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really bothered. I mean, they announced an expansion pass for Xenoblade before Xenoblade came out too. So it's
Yeah,
not
but
really
you
that
announced the
big deal.
expansion pass. We also didn't know what was in it until the game came out.
Oh, is that true? Did we not know like the first pack of wave 1 of the Xenoblade expansion pack?
I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that we just knew that, like, oh, we're gonna add heroes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think we knew what was in. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. The new having like new emblem characters though, that's not a huge deal. Because I also feel like they're probably with 3 waves. They're probably going to do a wave of the conquest characters. They're probably going to do a wave of awakening characters, and they're probably going to do a wave of the birthright characters, and that'll be each of the waves. They'll take the supporting cast of the most popular games up to this point and throw them in there. Well, it looks cool. I'm excited to play this game. I need this game to already be here. I'm ready to stream it. I'm looking forward to new Fire Emblem.
Pass on that one.
Are you really? You're not going to play it?
I still haven't even beaten 3 houses. I
Oh.
just don't think Fire Emblem's for me, to be honest.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of
I
surprising.
do like Awakening though. Awakening's goated.
Yeah. Well, one thing that might be for you because you're a Genshin player is the new Genshin game coming from Amazon
that.
and Bandai Namco called Blue Protocol.
What?
It's an
Oh,
action
I'm like,
RPG.
where are we going?
Yeah, it's an
I
action.
have a
anime
problem. I have a problem
RPG
with this
MMO.
game. I have a
It's
problem with this
described
game.
as an anime come to life. And what is your problem with this game?
Why did Bandai Namco make a game like this when they could have just made it? Why didn't you just brand it as a Tales open world MMO? Like, just make it a Tales game instead of just a new IP. I feel like you would get way more numbers that way, and it would pique a lot of people's interests.
I disagree with you because I feel like having the Tales name would instantly make it niche, as opposed to having a new IP that can kind of have its own room to grow. I feel like
But
if you would,
it looks exact like at least to
No,
me,
it does
it looks
look a lot-
exactly
no, it
like
does.
Tales of Arise.
it does for sure. But again, I think the reason why they avoided doing that is because I think they didn't want the baggage that comes with that. Because
get
obviously,
that.
Tales is like a much beloved series, but again, it's not like breaking sales numbers. And I think they wanted something that was a new IP, a clean slate, even if it does look a lot like Tales of Arise. I think that's probably why they did it.
You're right. Actually, I didn't
Yeah,
think about it.
yeah.
That way.
It's all good.
Now I'd say this for the Amazon side of it is I feel like Amazon's helping funding and like they might use Amazon servers. I don't know how much Amazon games is going to be in development.
That's definitely
with
the
this.
only reason why they're
Yeah.
Even making
for
it, yeah.
service. Bandai Namco probably saw the success of New World and they're like, we could probably use those servers as well, and they made Blue Protocol.
Yeah. We have a new game called After Us. That's a new game from the Piccolo studio. It's set in a post-human Earth where players become the spirit of life. It's like the game with the ghost girl, and she's running around a post-apocalyptic-looking area with Dr. Stone characters.
Was it the Journey one?
Yeah,
Like the
it's the one
Flash
that's
Journey?
it
Was
looks
she
like a
like-
PS3 game.
She sucks the soul out of the wiener dog. That one.
Yeah, and there was like the goopy guy made out of foams.
Yeah,
That's the one. That's the one.
Okay, yeah. Whatever.
Okay, well there you go then. That's how we feel about
Wait,
that.
I think you passed a game that I was actually interested in.
No, I'm still going down the list. There's more new games. We got.
I don't think you're gonna
Replaced.
bring it up though.
Replaced? Is that at the game? The
No, 'cause
2D
I think this-
HD retro
That one did
future.
look really
No,
good.
I think you passed it because I think it happened early on in the show. It was the game that was very similar to Superliminal.
Oh, the
You're
one with the
gonna have to tell me.
photographs.
Yeah,
One with the photographs. I
where you take a
maybe I did
photo and
pass
it
then.
reconstructs the world you're in, and it's a puzzle basically. It's a giant like puzzle adventure. You take the photo of stuff.
I
It's very
actually
similar to Superliminal. I forget the name of it.
I don't know the name of it, but it looks cool.
That game looks super cool.
have Viewfinder is what the chat's saying.
Yes,
There we
Viewfinder.
go.
Okay, cool.
That game is sick.
Why is that not even on this list of stuff? I didn't even see it on there.
Because they don't care about the interesting games. It's like, what was it? Mike, was it Game Awards last year where they showed Skate Story and
No, that was Devolver this year.
okay.
Oh, I thought that was the summer game show. Well, also
Anyways,
we went completely past Tekken 8. It was a trailer for Tekken 8. Looks really nice.
That looks
I
amazing.
cannot wait for that game. It looks
Bunch of new
so
characters.
good. Oh, also, yesterday at the final of the Tekken World Tour in North America, they went over it a bit more. So it still has rage arts. They have a new system called Heat, which the examples they showed is like Jack 8 has a new finisher on one of his moves that does more damage. And Lars and Jin use Heat to cancel out of a move to dash forward and do more combos. So they showed us a little bit about it. They confirmed June is playable.
It's really crazy how like next year we are likely to get Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Project L in the
Yeah.
same
Next year. Yeah.
In the
We'll
same
actually have a
year.
fighting game category
Project
that
L might
matters
be-
at the Game Awards next year.
I think Project L might be 2023.
It might be 20. You mean 2024? Buddy?
Oh yeah,
right,
24.
right,
Yes,
right.
yes.
I would be shocked, like unironically shocked, if by the end of 2023 there wasn't a playable version of
Yeah, there might be.
Project
See,
L.
I think I agree with that. I think there'll be a playable version, but I think their big launch will be the beginning of 2024 because obviously they're huge. They could do whatever they want. I don't think they really care about like competing. But I also feel like there is kind of an air of not wanting to have competition with Street Fighter and with Tekken in the same year.
I mean, it's gonna compete regardless.
I mean,
because
it's
fighting
happened
games are
before.
ongoing. Like
Yeah.
fighting games
Yeah,
are
I
ongoing,
guess.
so it kind of doesn't matter when you put it out. Like to be honest, because once Project L drops, it is shutting shit down, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah, definitely.
it's really different from then on. Like it's really
Capcom Cup Tour, whatever the fuck it's called. That
Yeah.
shit's not even gonna be.
Cup.
Whatever the fuck it is. Listen, me getting the name wrong here doesn't even matter because it's not even gonna exist when Project L comes
Capcom
out.
Cup Tour Circuit Series.
Yeah, Capcom Pro Cup Tour, and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Electro-
Literally, Riot's version of that will blow it out of the water.
Yeah. I agree
No,
with
they're
you. The
just gonna
Capcom
do it at Worlds.
The Capcom Cup Tour isn't going to exist.
No, they-
just
they'd
like
make
the
something
Smash World
separate.
Tour. That's right.
no,
So
no,
anyway,
no.
moving on. We've got a couple more things to talk about. We've got the Armored Core announcement, Armored Core 6.
Ooh!
Yeah, very exciting to see that series come back.
That's
I am
right.
not a big Armored Core fan. I'm just very excited to see FromSoft do something different
I think a lot
after
of
doing like
people are-
a decade of Souls.
A lot of people are in the same spot as you. I saw a lot of people on Twitter like
Yeah.
not excited about Armored Core 6 coming back, but like or Armored Core coming back, but From Software making a mech game. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of like
I'm not going to
two
front.
parts of the cup.
I thought it was like a robot Souls game at first.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I wasn't familiar with I've heard of the name Armored Core, but I've never played an Armored Core game. And so when I saw the visuals in that trailer, I'm like, oh wow. Because it was also kind of weird the way that Jeff Keighley was choking up before announcing that.
Yeah.
He was almost on the verge of tears. He's like, I
Bro,
cannot.
it was
believe
like
they've
Miyazaki had a
chosen this."
gun aimed at him from the rafters in the stadium, and if he didn't say anything good about Bandai Namco, he would get shot on the spot, and his lineage would be ended right there.
No, yeah, it was very funny to see like Jeff talking about how like this was like from a decorated studio that changed the industry with every game
Multiple
released.
game
Right.
of the years of
Hard
the
cut to the name Bandai Namco.
That was kind of odd. Yeah.
He was
Yeah, that
fucking
was funny.
shaking. He was spitting
Yeah.
from the mouth.
Yeah, that was weird. But again, I'm looking forward to it. I
Yeah.
actually do. I want to play the first Armored Core games just to get.
Yeah, I would love to go
Uh,
back, but
same.
they're
I don't
really
think you
hard
need
to
play
emulate.
I don't think
Yeah.
you need to play the first couple, to be honest.
Are
probably
they
gotta-
not on? Are they not on like the PS Plus service where you could play the old
Oh,
PlayStation?
They're not backwards compatible and they're hard to emulate, so
Oh dang!
you're kind of
It's
out of
like-
luck if you don't have an old system.
Barely
Dang.
any games on that system.
Well, what are they on? They're on PlayStation,
They're on
PlayStation 2.
360, PS3, and then
Oh.
PS2.
I don't think I have a 360 anymore. I have my PS1. I could hook that up. I don't know. Anyway, Then the last big announcement that I saved for last because I am so unbelievably excited
Can we
about
do
this.
something
Definitely-
before that? Can we do
definitely
something
you
before
skipped
that?
some
Can
other
we do
announcements,
something
yeah.
before that?
Okay, you know what I'm
Before
going to
your
say. So
big thing, I
Before
really
I
want to
lose
talk about. I really want to talk about the orchestrated performance that we
Oh
got
yeah,
this year.
let's talk about it. It was great.
Because it was absolutely phenomenal. There were some like for Stray and A Plague Tale. I didn't know the music from that game, but they composed it in such a beautiful way. It sounded so great. They seamlessly like transitioned into each other perfectly. And the Elden Ring bits and the Xenoblade
Great.
bits were so good. The flautist went crazy.
Shout
The
out to
percussion, he went crazy. Oh my god. It was so
Pedro
good this
Stash.
year.
Yeah, it was. Also, the Game Awards orchestra is always one of the things I'm looking forward to every year
Yeah.
because I'm such a big music buff. But this year in particular, it was really, really good. Yeah, so shout out to them. Well done. Shout out to Flute Guy. And definitely not shout out to the guy that came after Flute Guy that everyone was talking about online.
Wait.
Oh, do you want to talk about that now?
No, you missed the game.
Oh, I think that's the one I'm saving.
I swear
No,
to
it's
God,
not.
if you bring up a game that is like fucking
Wait, what did I miss?
what yeah, what
Diablo
do we
4.
miss?
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. I
That
did
was a
actually
good
miss
trailer.
the game.
Very good trailer,
That was cool.
actually.
Yeah, so they finally got a launch date for Diablo 4, June 6th. But if you pre-order the game or get the special edition, you get it 4 days early. So I have to play that game until
You get half
FF16.
of the game early, and
Street
then you got to pay
Fighter-
another 120
yeah.
bucks afterwards.
June's got Street Fighter, Diablo 4, and Final Fantasy 16 all next year. 1 month.
June, March, and February are very packed.
And
for
the month
games.
right before that is Tears of the Kingdom. So it's like
Yeah.
that May to June is going to be nonstop
It's
video
gonna be
games.
crazy.
Yeah.
When
I'm
when
looking
is
forward
that?
to
Is
it.
that early May? Please tell me that's early
It's-
May.
I think it's
May
like
12th.
May 10th.
Yeah.
Okay,
something
that's
like
enough
that,
time.
Yeah. Can I freak out about the game that got announced?
You talk about
I'm-
the
okay.
Crash MOBA, Crash Bandicoot
No,
Unite.
I'm
Yeah,
not talking about
Crash-
Crash MOBA.
Crash
I
Bubble.
did forget to bring that up
Sad
too.
about that.
Crash MOBA. That's right. That's right.
You talk about
I
Crash
feel like,
Bandicoot Unite.
bro, I feel like that would have been so much cooler if they didn't tweet out shit. Like, why do people gotta tweet out shit the day before an announcement happens? Like, imagine people's reactions when Crash came down rappelling from the stage without that tweet. People would be going crazy.
Honestly,
And then
I
they would
won't
have
lie
been
to you.
disappointed after with the announcement.
Yes. I'm
Get
more
on
happy
Twitter,
they
bro.
announced it. I'm more happy they announced it because now I could be expecting nothing a little more
I
than
don't
when
even know what
Crash
that game
showed
is.
up.
Like, you should have been expecting
It's
no
Pokemon
Crash in the
Unite
first
before
place.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yes, but at least I expected
Is it
something
though?
Crash,
Yes.
and then I could feel a little better that when Crash came down and he announced Crash Bash again, I
Okay,
could be
but
a little better about that.
That doesn't
It
really
had
matter.
like platforming. It was like a all behind the back third person camera. I think it's a MOBA.
I mean,
It's definitely like
everything
like
I'm reading,
4v4
It's some multiplayer
kind of thing.
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know what they're doing, but yeah.
Crash Bash almost. Anyways, Roger, what game?
Okay. I know apparently this leaked earlier in the year, but I genuinely forgot about it when they brought it up because apparently Norman Reedus said months ago, I think we even talked about it on the show, that like, oh yeah, we're making part 2. But I thought Kojima, when he was there, was
it's
going to
this?
talk about, yeah. I thought Kojima was going to talk about the new IP that he's making for Xbox. And
Which is
he did
called-
clarify, I forgot what it's called, but it's
called
like,
Overdose. But which he
Overdose.
confirmed afterwards that the game that we're going to talk about, he's working on multiple games, and the
Right.
one that we know of that got leaked early is one of those projects, which I thought was going to be shown today, but it turns out, or this Game Awards, but
it
regardless.
wasn't. Right. And, which is why I was stunned when they revealed Death Stranding 2 during the Game Awards. Has anybody here played the original Death Stranding? Am I alone?
I would like
No,
to.
you know I
just
have,
watched
Roger.
it.
You know I have.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We talked about it. You're right. What were your general thoughts on the first game?
I think it's good. I don't think it's for everyone.
It's not.
I personally liked a lot of the performances and
I did
the
too.
music. I definitely think the gameplay has problems, which I
Definitely.
hope they expand on
Yes.
in the sequel.
I
But
have
overall,
very good news
I've-
for you.
Yeah, overall, I very much enjoyed that game.
Yeah, I also did. I thought it was kind of weird. It was admittedly a walking simulator for a good portion of it. It was like
Not
inventory
just that,
management.
it
and
is
trying
a
to figure stuff
delivery
out.
simulator.
Yeah, literally delivery simulator. But I also agree with you. I think the performances were great. I think the story was genuinely interesting. I thought the soundtrack was really good. And visually, I thought it was very interesting as somebody who likes Kojima games. With that being said, everything I saw in this trailer leads me to believe this is going to be a significantly better game on multiple levels. First off, if I may,
Roger, we got a cinematic trailer, bro.
No, but there's a lot of shit in the cinematic.
Yeah, but we got a
like,
trailer that actually tells you something. Like I said this to begin
Yeah,
with.
but the thing is,
it tells you something about the game this time.
Okay, but the
unlike
thing
the other
is,
ones.
the thing is, if you play Death Stranding 1, there really shouldn't be a sequel to Death Stranding.
That's why I wanted to bring this up, because without spoiling the end of Death Stranding 1, there is definitely a conclusion at the end of that game where you would assume that there wouldn't be a continuation of the story. And yet, here we are seeing an old-looking Norman Reedus, and we're seeing what looks like a Metal Gear come out of the ground, which was also super exciting. And it's got this like rail gun on it, and it looks very Metal Gear-esque. The final shot of the trailer with like Troy Baker's character who was previously in the Golden Mask, but is now like wearing an Amelie cosplay and has his like guts hanging out inside of this weird robot thing, and he's singing the BB theme. And there's all these other themes that are going on in the background where he's saying, like, you hear him saying we never should have connected, or I'm so happy we connected. Meanwhile, with like the Leah Seydoux character running, there's a lot of stuff here that, again, I'm not gonna go into full spoilers because I don't want to spoil that game for people who have not played the first Death Stranding. But there are hints, and I would be happy to go into full analysis mode off of the podcast if you guys would like to hear this, about where the story is potentially going. And just based on, again, it's cinematics, it's not gameplay, but it's in engine. They've clarified it is an engine.
Yeah, you can tell that.
It seems like like the Metal Gear thing is going between the beach and modern day, and they're going through it back and forth. And it seems like, with the whole theme of this one not being the rope, but like being the stick and the rope, that the theme of this game is going to be much more action-oriented and combat-oriented than the first one. So I think if you've got a combat-oriented gameplay experience mixed with what I presume is going to be a really interesting story that, again, I'm not going to spoil here for people who haven't played the first one, I actually think it's going to be really, really good. And I'm happy that they revealed this here, and I'm happy that it wasn't the overdose thing. And I'm really, really, really excited for this. And I'm also a self-proclaimed Kojima fanboy. I do love Kojima games, but I do feel like this one in particular is going to be really good.
I mean, I'm holding out too. You know, Kojima stated that he's littered the trailer with a bunch of Easter eggs. If you go back and look at it, and
the one
there's like stuff where it's like it's not bridges. You don't see the bridges logo after the trailer. It's drawbridge.
Right.
So there could be some stuff behind that. And Kojima's been like doing Fidel Twitter posting and shit, and he's been going crazy with shit. And a lot of the posts he's been making have been only titled with a string of emojis that are the exact same emojis throughout the entire like Twitter spout he's been having. So that's probably foreshadow to something that happens in the game. He just does a bunch of shit outside with marketing that can influence you, or not even influence you, but like when you go to play the game, you're like, okay, that's what that was. Blah blah blah.
I will say, I will put money on this. Maybe not a stake bet, but I would put like some amount of money. I think the Leah Seydoux character is BB. I think.
Okay, I'll put a stake bet on that as well.
Yeah, I think that's who that is. I think that's actually BB. I think that's BB grown up. And
okay, so if you're right,
make no sense. I mean, again, I don't want to spoil stuff, but like, it would not make sense for that to be fragile.
Well,
is that not fragile?
I have a theory.
You're meant to think you're meant to think it's fragile. I don't think it is. I think that's BB grown up, and I think the baby that she's holding is something else entirely.
I agree on that part, but I don't think it's the Liz Seydoux character.
Interesting.
I will do the stake bet with you. If your theory is correct, I will buy you a stake.
Right on.
But if you're wrong,
I'll buy you a stake. I guess that's true. It's fine.
I'm kind of done with stake bets, Roger. I think you got to give me something else.
All right, that's fair. I already owe you a steak, so
A PS5 will do.
there you go. All right,
So I can play
do
Death
that.
Stranding 2.
I'll get you a PS5 from my friends over at Zen Market. If you use coupon code RogersBase, you get 10% off your order over at Zen Market, and you can also buy your PS5 and import it because it's region free. So if you want to get a PS5 and you can't find it anywhere else, make sure to get it on Zen Market and use coupon code RogersBase for 10% off your order. And I think it's for a free 300 yen. So there you go. Anyway, speaking of giveaways, we got to talk about that Nintendo Switch giveaway that we're doing. So many of you know, on Twitter, a little while ago, we announced that we were going to be doing a Nintendo Switch giveaway. We are going to be announcing the winner of that giveaway on Twitter tomorrow. I was going to announce it on the show, but I think we're going to do it on Twitter because that's where people were reminding us. But no, chat, we have not forgotten. We will still be doing that Nintendo Switch giveaway, and we will be announcing it on Twitter tomorrow. What else regarding the Game Awards? Have we covered everything?
There was that game by the Celeste developers. Did we bring that up?
That's right. That's the one that made me feel nauseous.
Earthblade.
Earthblade. The camera in that trailer made me feel nauseous.
Oh, that was the trailer?
That was the trailer I was talking about that made me feel like I was going to throw up.
It was a weird trailer.
It was just the way that the camera was panning around the different
Yeah,
environments.
and the background wasn't really like moving.
Right.
It reminded me a lot of Terraria.
There you
Yeah,
go.
actually, when it went up and the wood was there, I was like, it really made me think it was Terraria for a little bit. But I know it isn't. So waiting on Terraria 2 one day.
We did also forget another major game, and he kept talking about it the whole show. I forgot this. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
Coming out in March.
Looks really good. It's weird that EA actually has games to be excited for. Crazy.
I never played the original. I tried playing it, and then I just wasn't really into it, so I didn't play any more than the opening hour. But I'm willing to give it another chance. I think that's it for the Game Awards. Is that everything?
I can't think of anything else we missed.
Right on.
Nothing huge that I can think of.
Then what I actually want to do right now is I would like to have, if you will all allow me, I would like for us to have the spoiler cast for Pokemon Scarlet right now during the show. Everyone's beaten it now. I think it's safe to talk about the ending. It's safe to talk. Wait, we did. Okay, you're right. Chat, I did forget. We did forget to talk about the whole Bill Clinton moment. Are we going to talk about this?
We almost went right through it.
I feel like everyone's talked about it, man.
Yeah, we kind of don't need the platform to him being weird. But the only thing I think needs to be said is, where was the security? Why was that able to happen?
Because I thought he was a translator, honestly. I thought he went up and he was going to be a translator. I didn't know he was going to be like a prankster.
I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you. That was one of the greatest infiltrations ever caught on camera.
You could see him in plain sight walk up.
No, I mean the fact that nobody thought to stop him because he was the epitome of the Reddit thread, act like you belong. Like he was the literal epitome of that thread.
Bro, you know the LeBron meme where it's like, I knew,
Yeah.
I've always known. That was literally me during the entire thing, because when Miyazaki started talking, I saw that kid. I was like, that guy does not belong there. He does not fit there at all. And I was like, he's giving me the wrong vibe. I know something's wrong there. And then lo and behold, he grabs the mic after Miyazaki starts talking, and he's talking about his Orthodox Reformed rabbi friend Bill Clinton. So
yeah, it was a little weird, very weird. I did think it was funny right afterwards though, where no other fanfare, no other way to word the tweet. Jeff Keighley's just he's been arrested.
That's correct.
I thought that was weird. All right, well then, could we talk about the end of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet now?
We're missing some people. If we want to do it now, we could.
I mean, we could bring it up again, but I also feel like we haven't really done a big, in-depth Pokemon talk, and I feel like we've all been playing a lot of it. So I feel like now is the right opportunity to bring up how we felt about the story. Like Shofu, I know you remember this, when that first leak came out, and someone mentioned the game made me cry. What moment do you think that was?
I mean, it's obviously the end of the game.
Do you think so?
When he turned it
You want
on.
the specifics?
I think that moment was when the dog shows up and you find out Mabo Stiff is sick.
Hell no. What?
I think it's
It's
Definitely,
leaker
definitely,
I think
it's
it's
definitely
the
when he
ending.
finds out his fucking parent was,
Dad is
was
the-
smoking.
yeah, the mother's dead.
Mother.
It's definitely when
That
you
boy's
find
playing
out the
Scarlet.
fucking yeah. It's definitely when you find out the professor's been dead the whole time. Whoa.
That was pretty wild. The fact that
Which
they're AIs.
I mean, I personally cried because that game was fucking ass, but
I cried because I couldn't see it and it was hurting my eyes to look at the screen.
You're not still playing it?
you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm playing I'm on the battle ladder. I'm not.
Oh, okay. You're competing now.
doing
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
else. There's nothing else for me to do.
Yeah. Have you completed your Pokedex and everything already?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Has anybody else?
Working on it.
Working on it, that's what I am too.
Viram and Zeph have, I'm pretty sure.
It's 3.
There's no real reason for me to.
I never do that, so I won't be.
But PLA gave me a reason to do it, so I did it. But this
Yeah.
game gives me no reason to do it because, yeah, cool, I get a shiny charm. I cheat, so I don't care. The fuck?
I did it just to have something else to
Of
do.
course. Well,
Yeah,
of
of
course.
course.
If
That
I didn't
makes
catch on a
sense.
Pokemon, I would have stopped playing much earlier than I did.
But oh God, I'm over here cheating. Like, I don't give a shit.
Talk to him.
Man, I really genuinely, I might be alone then. I really liked the game now. Like, now that
I
I've
didn't
given
say I
it
didn't
time to
like
simmer.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it was ass. I did like it though. I had a lot of fun playing it.
Oh, there's definitely tech issues with
But
it for sure. I mean,
tech
I'm
issues,
enjoying it.
There's way more than that. But regardless,
Yeah.
it was fun to play, and that's all that matters in the end to me.
Yeah.
I had fun. I really, really, really fucking hope one of these goddamn years, not days, years, because you know it's not gonna be. It's gonna be at least 10 years before they ever achieve some type of quality. But I hope one of these
Yeah.
fucking years, they just actually make an actual fucking game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the feeling I got. I felt so conflicted because it's like I could tell from like Frontiers that like, okay, they can definitely build from this. I have hope for this. After finishing this game, like there were some cool things they did, but I have no faith that Pokemon Company is going to come up with another game and build off of this and make it better and fix the issues. I have zero faith.
A little faith. I think like
Too.
both of the games we got this year, like combined, could be magic.
I agree. I just think I think they needed to let it simmer for another year, is what I think, because they already had Arceus this
But
year.
what's
I
the
feel like
justification
there
for
was
that,
no,
though?
there was well, no, but my thing is that I feel like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came out in November, right? You always get one Pokemon game a year. They could have easily worked more on both of these games and then had Arceus come out this November and had, or even in the summer, have
And
it be a different time
again,
frame.
I asked, what's the justification for any of it?
that's my thing. Is I agree with you. They should do that, but the thing is, they just won't.
Are they going to
don't
sell
have
more copies because the game's better? Probably not. The
Well,
game
I mean,
goes-
you do
Yeah.
bring up a good point that Scarlet and Violet has officially broken every sale record of Nintendo's
telling you, bro.
and is now the best-selling Nintendo Switch game of all time, the highest-grossing launch of any video game in Japan of all time as well, beating what just broke the record, being Splatoon 3. Scarlet and Violet has also, in the first 3 days of being on the market, outsold the entirety lifetime sales of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and every single game that it was ever released on the Wii U. So you're right.
And
They
all
don't
of that
need to
is
let it
exactly
burn.
why they don't have to do anything different, which is very
Yeah, you're
unfortunate
totally
for
right.
us as consumers, but for them as a company
Yeah.
and a business, they don't give a goddamn about none of that shit. We talking
Like, for
about
the-
right now.
Didn't
The game
didn't
they're trying to
actually make
create
a
just
statement,
needs
though?
more time, and they just
Yeah.
they're probably not going to give it that.
I mean, we're obviously getting DLC for this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
assuming
definitely.
that DLC is going to be next year. Do you think they're going to
I
fix
mean, it's
any of the
certainly not
technical
going to be this
changes?
year.
No, they're not. I don't think they're going to do anything like that. I
I mean,
feel like
like-
it's too ingrained in the way the code, like the game is coded to
They might
fix it. I
attempt
feel like
maybe,
this
but
game
I-
is just.
I mean, like,
broken.
what do you what would you say would be like fixing it, Roger?
I just mean like the basic issues, like the weird camera cut-ins and like the
Holy.
raid battles getting messed up and.
Yeah.
Like maybe they can fix raid battles. Maybe they fix the camera
Bro,
sometimes.
raid
like,
battles
I mean,
gotta
like,
be the most
performance.
frustrating
Like, no
experience
way.
ever, bro. This shit's desynced. The fucking HP randomly comes back. You get stuck in menus. You can't press nothing. Holy fucking shit, bro. This should really piss
you know-
me off, bro.
I think it's
Definitely
like
the most buggy thing in the game, no doubt.
I don't
Yeah.
think they could do much with raid battles because I think it's a functionality of how it literally works because of the way like how it has set points. To, like,
yeah.
load up, it has set stop points. You all are technically moving on the same turn, even though you're not. Like Like,
Add rollback
and,
in that
like,
shit on God, bro.
like they need to add, like, yeah, they need rollback for fucking. That's
God,
crazy.
Red
No, what they
That
need
shit
that
is
they
so
need that fucking
bad.
Riot shit where they talk about, remember the Project L shit where they talk about they got that next level netcode for Riot for Project L.
It's
They need
just
that shit.
every single part of the game has something fucking wrong with it, bro. Even battles. Like, I'm in a battle and I have a Pokemon that's flying. My Pokemon is 30 feet in the air, and I can't see my other Pokemon because the camera doesn't zoom out.
Yeah, the camera is terrible.
I'm walking around, I'm seeing the
bro,
floor
not
fucking
even
melting and
flying
shit.
Pokemon. If your Pokemon's big as fuck, like fucking Titan, that shit's still
No,
the
fuck
exact
that.
same.
If you have a Pokemon on the left side and you have a Dondozo on the right, you
You
cannot
can't even
the
see
Pokemon.
that
That too!
motherfucker, bro. Adjust the fucking camera. What are y'all doing? This is
Which is
basic
weird.
ass shit in any fucking game. Adjust the camera so I can see everything. Like,
Which
what?
is- which is
or, at
weird,
least,
like
or
the-
allow me to adjust the camera.
That was
Even
never
like
an
the
issue before.
pre-programmed cameras are terrible.
Like the camera has never really been an issue before, like from a
Yeah.
competitive like, which is so weird because it's like they
Like
they used to-
Arceus's
what
camera,
was it
like
was it
PLA's
Sun and-
camera's right there, bro. Like,
was it Sun and Moon or was it Oras where they did the shit where it was like 6 different camera angles, like one would
was
like fucking
Oras.
zoom in. It was Oras. Where they
Yeah.
would like zoom in on one mon and then you would get like an overhead shot and then you
Yeah,
zoom
it
in
was
on the other
Oras, I
mon.
remember that.
Yeah. And then they did less of it, but it's like it makes sense, kind of, quote unquote, like when they did in Sword and Shield, because the camera's supposed to be the Rotom, so the Rotom is just doing overhead shots. So, but even then, that was acceptable. Like, this is atrocious. Like, what?
It's just strange, bro. I don't even understand how it's possible to put out a game in this state. Like, what were they doing over there? Did anybody play the game?
No.
Does anybody
No.
over there take pride in anything at all ever? Did they make this game and go home to their family and sleep well at night? Like, how, bro? How?
Bro, those checks cleared? Fuck you, mean? This stuff good as hell.
What is, man? I can't stand it, bro.
Those
Money,
checks clear
the
like
money
shit,
justifies
boy.
literally everything. It's so unfortunate. They make so much fucking money off the game. They sell so many copies. They don't give a fuck, bro. It's
Bro,
so sad, man. It's just
They're over
incredibly
there
sad.
sleeping on a new ass mattress every year because they out here making dollary dues.
This shit is insane, bro.
I think, but like, okay, because I think what Roger wants to talk about as well is the actual like ending of the game. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, and I don't know if I'm in the minority of this, but it's like, okay, so I forget who I was talking to about this, but I was like, okay, we're comparing now. Like, we have now multiple sources where we can compare multiple instances of, we can compare Sun and Moon or Oras to Gen 8 to Gen 9. Like, these are all comparable experiences in some way or another. Whereas, like, I think plot wise, I think it's preference between this and Sun and Moon, because we're never gonna talk about Sword and Shields. Like, but like everything else, this just feels to me, again, this is my opinion, like a worse version in a lot of ways, other than the actual ending, the ending act. Like, everything up to the ending act is just a worse version of Oras. Or excuse me, not Oras, Sun and Moon. But the ending is way better. Like, the ending of this game, if it fucking worked, like, is like plot wise, everything is justified, everything makes sense. Like, they actually explain why you have to battle this guy, which is something that they never do in any game ever. Because they're just like, well, time to fight, and you're just like, okay, fat ass Tony Stark guy, I guess I just have to fight you now for no reason. But like, there's like no, like he or she, depending on what game you have, explain, hey, I'm a robot and it's gonna make me fight you, so you need to fight me, and you need to, like, that to me is at least an attempt to put in some sort of justification or logic into a plot, which is fine. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like I the ending for me was fine, like it was fine, but I don't think it justifies the entirety of the game that is just talking to a bunch of people you don't give a fuck about. I don't know the name of a single city in this game. I don't know the name of a single city. I don't know the name of a single location. I don't know the name of 99. The only one a fucking gym leader I can name is the businessman, and I'm still trying. I'm trying to give her yeah. Like he's fire, but like everyone else, it's like Nimona, and then dumbass Penny, and then the chairman, and then businessman.
The only characters I remember from that entire game are Kofu, because he ugly as a bitch. Oh my god.
Jesus.
I remember the rivals that are traveling with you, but the only gym leaders I really remember aside from Kofu are the electric one and the normal one. That's it. Everybody else can fucking disappear. I don't know.
Like,
Ryan too.
I agree. I agree that the gym leaders in this one I think are weaker than Sword and Shields by a country mile. But I think the
I don't even know if that's it though. I think it's just because I didn't have to interact with them too much. I battle them and I never see them again ever in my life.
I really genuinely like Nimona, Arvin, and Penny, which I did not think was going to be.
I thought all the
case.
friend characters were very well done.
I thought they were really
Roger
well done this
says
time around.
He likes Penny.
I know. I can't believe it.
That is
but
crazy.
Jesus Christ.
She was a fun,
Where's the
evil
clip?
villain leader. I'm
Where's the clip?
surprised. I know. I
She
said I was going to hate it, but I
she actually has like a funny personality. Like when her and Nimona are interacting, like
Yeah, it's really good.
Shit's actually kind of funny.
I wish in that section, because I literally just did it. I wish you don't have to speed read when they're talking to each other. That was kind of
it's
annoying.
going super fast.
Yeah.
I like the
I think the biggest offender is the fucking champion.
Bro, holy fucking shit.
she's very boring. Yeah,
She is easily
Why does she
the
have a
worst
go-go?
champion in the
Why?
history of Pokemon. She
Bro,
sucks.
Bro, we're in a gen with arguably the most broken Pokemon of all time.
And her
bro.
ace is Glamora?
Wait, whoa. Glamora kind of decent, bro. Hold on.
kind of decent.
But she
else
has
did
a
she have?
fucking
She had
go-go,
fucking-
bro. Why does she have a go-go?
Yeah.
How much of this now I know for a lot, because we all have brains here, we all can be objective. That's not what I'm asking, but I'm saying how much is it the fact that we are one generation removed from one of the best champions?
Nah, I don't think. Maybe considering
makes
because you
it
get
worse. I think
Leon,
it makes it
and then
worse.
right after Leon too, with Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, you get Cynthia again.
Well, I feel like also
Cynthia and
they
Leon are like the two best unequivocally.
For me, it's like, okay, first of all, there's multiple champions in this region, and she's the top one, right?
Right.
So why is she not just incredibly fucking strong?
Well,
she should have
the
every
other thing.
Paradox Pokemon.
Wait, that was the other thing, right? Because like after you beat her, she says like, "Oh yeah, but I'm top." But yeah, when I fought Nimona, she wasn't even really trying versus me. So
That's
like,
what
wait
I'm
a minute.
saying. She said that.
Why? Yeah, like
She
why?
said Nimona was.
So she was light work to Nimona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to mention that she has a fucking nickname, La Primera. Like you're really supposed to be nice if
La
that's your
Primera.
name, bro.
Yeah, the whole
You're supposed to be
Nimona is
really
like.
nice if that's your name, bro.
That's why that was weird because Nimona the whole time looks up to her, but Nimona just rolled up and just beat her like it was nothing. So it's
Shofu,
just
can
like,
you show me on camera really quick? I want to do something on camera. This is the reason why I don't like Gita. I'm gonna go on camera real quick. Hold on.
Where you at, man?
Come here. How do I do this?
The fucking Avalug, bro.
No, I'll show you. Hold on. Ready? I'm gonna do the animation.
Hold on.
Tell
I
me
know
when
what
I'm on
animation you're
screen.
doing. I know which one you're
I'm gonna
doing. I
do
know which
this.
one you're doing.
This is why I hate Gita so much.
Well, I know which one you're doing, and it is atrocious.
It's atrocious. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. What is that? Why does her head shake like she's violently just like this the whole time? I don't know what they were thinking with that character. And she's trying to be like all cool. She says whatever the line is about Glamora, and she literally stands there and does this. I'm gonna take my headphones off. Hold on. She stands here and does this exact thing. Ready? Why?
She was trying to use the
For
force.
what reason?
Hold on, I
Why
need to
did
find
she
the
do
GIF.
that?
I'm gonna find the GIF, bro.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Oh, I
The
feel
first
like
time I saw that in the game, I'm like, there's no reason for her to look like that. She's
Although
using the force, the chat saying, I don't know, man.
I definitely agree. She should have been because I saw the Go-Goat and I definitely said, "Why does the champion have a Go-Goat?" Just like she should have been cooler for being the champion. But I also get that they wanted Nimona to be the actual big end to this arc. But it's like, yeah, you still have a champion. You should still do something with that champion fight, even though you wanted Nimona to be the real thing.
It's weird, man. I don't like her. She sucks. She
does
sucks.
suck. No, she does.
Yeah,
suck.
she was
But
pretty low.
I hate
That's a-
Gita.
And that's the thing too, like I'm gonna speak for myself again, but like it's one of the things that I find the most I don't know what a better word is, like attractive about the franchise is design. Like design's most of it.
That's
like,
why we play the fucking game. There's no other reason to play that shit.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I didn't want to speak for other people. Like,
No,
so it's
you're
like
right.
Design,
No.
right? So it's like, so like for example, and again, I'm just comparatively, right? So you do Leon. Leon's design is cool, and his personality is just that he's good as shit. Like he's just the GOAT. That's
Bro,
literally his
fuck all that.
personality.
I pull up on Leon and he has one of the best fucking team. He had a whole competitive team, but that's exactly what I want to see at the end of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
He had a crazy ass team. Demons
Like,
everywhere.
Demons everywhere. Okay. You go to I guess technically it would be Kukui. Technically. Like Kukui's design is cool. All of the Elite Four in Sun and Moon are cool. All of them.
I thought it was the best Elite Four they've done.
Like the Elite Four of the Sun and Moon is crazy. And then like fucking Kukui's team is good as hell and it's cool. So it's like
say, actually, on the topic of the Elite Four, I do actually like the Elite Four in this one.
I like
Bro,
shit
they
was
reused
bro.
the gym leader for the Elite
I know,
Four.
but I actually like that.
I mean,
I'm
they've
not mad
done
at
that.
that. I'm
They've
not
done
mad at
that
that.
before.
But
They've
first of
done
all,
that
it's all
before,
in the
yeah.
same room. Second of all,
Yeah, that's what
my
I didn't
fucking
like, is in
music
one
glitched
room.
and it was looping. I had to go look
your
up the
music
fucking
was
song and
looping.
restart my
I
game.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I waited on that part. People told me that it was glitched, and this is what it was actually like. It's like, oh, well, I'm
Oh, that
glad
stinks.
I
Yeah.
got to actually hear the music.
There's nothing
I was
saying
trying to
that
think. You mentioned him having a competitive team. What does Leon have again? He's got Dragapult,
He has like a Dragon
Aegis
Slash,
Slash,
Aegis Slash. He has his Charizard, obviously.
Mr. Lime, Charizard.
Okay, because here I can tell you right now, I got it up right now. So the
Okay.
first time you fight him, because his
Uh-huh.
team changes, because he literally counterpicks you. So his team basically is, it's like the standards are Aegis Slash, Dragapult, Haxorus. Those are like he has them in every instance. Then
Okay.
it's dependent on your starter. He either has, and Charizard, but that's known. Okay, he has one of the other starters that you didn't pick, and then he either has Seismitoad, Mr. Rhyme, or Rhyperior, and that's just like that's the first time you fight him. Every other time you fight him, his team is cracked. So like
It's just weird to me because if you're the champion, please show me why you're the champion. Why are you playing with a fucking Go-Go? I know that Pokemon ain't shit. And every kid playing the
Avalugg.
game knows that Pokemon ain't shit, bro. Fucking Avalugg and shit? What are you talking about, bro? You are not a threat whatsoever. I got this fucking Dolphin, and I'm gonna run through your fucking team with ease. Like, not to mention, the way the game is allowed to be played, it's weird that they don't adjust anything at all. Like, they give me every fucking opportunity to be over leveled by the time I get to the Elite Four. I didn't even really do too much. All I did was I caught every Pokemon that I saw that I didn't have. And catching Pokemon alone raises your levels a lot because you gain experience for that. So if I'm just regularly walking around catching Pokemon, doing a raid here and there, and I pull up to the Elite Four and I'm 10 levels higher, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things where I understand that they don't want to do dynamic scaling. Like, not that I understand why they don't, but I'm saying I understand that is a fact. Because
Sure.
clearly, if there was any time where dynamic
echoing,
scaling... I'm echoing?
there's somebody.
I think it's Rogers.
Oh,
Rogers.
I was
mic.
going to
Oh,
say,
my bad.
I just heard I'm echoing a bit. Am I?
People are
if they-
echoing through your mic.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, let me double check this.
If they were to do dynamic scaling, right? This obviously would be the game to do that, and I honestly believe dynamic scaling increases the overall value of this game by like a third. Like because the problem is you can literally do the entirety, just fuck off, just walk around, just explore, do whatever the fuck, which is cool. But then when it's time to do the gym leader fights, because they're not scaled, like it becomes tedious. It's tedious.
That's what I'm saying.
At
Like,
that
it's
point,
not.
like-
It's not. I'm not thinking whatsoever. I'm just, like I said, I'm regularly playing the game. I'm catching Pokemon.
Sure.
I'm walking around, and when it's time for me to do something, why make an open world adventure game where I can walk around and do literally anything and then not adjust the actual objectives of the fucking game? It's just weird. And if you're not gonna adjust the levels, then when I get to the Elite, make the fucking Elite Four level 95 then, so I got something to work towards.
Or just finally give
Yeah.
us the option to turn off EXP share on top of
No.
all that.
I don't know about that. Because I mean, I guess if it's an option, it's not a problem. So maybe you're right. Because if you can
Haven't
turn
they
it
had,
on or
like,
off, then you can't complain either way because you can play however you want.
I
Yeah.
think the entire balancing is giga fucked if you give them the option to turn it off. Like, I'm usually about more options, but like the way the games are and the way Sword and Shield is, the way this game is, and the way the next game's probably going to be, like, it has to be on. Like, it just like otherwise
it'd be much more work to do anything.
Yeah. Otherwise,
I don't think if they fucking adjust the levels to your team's levels, then it wouldn't be an issue ever.
Right. It just like you, and again, like I just like, for example, right? Like I don't know what order everyone did everything in, but like if, for example, let's say you did fucking all of the let's say you did the Arvin quest first, right? You're doing a bunch of, by the time you finish the last Arvin quest, you can sweep almost every person in the elite in the fucking gym. Like literally everyone. Like if you, in the same thing where if you go through all the bases, if you do the penny quest, the same thing. You can sweep like if you do any of them, you can sweep the gyms. But if you sweep the gyms, you're barely strong enough to do the last base and the last fucking whatever. Like the last Urban Mystica thing. Like you're barely strong enough to do it.
Yeah, I just
gym
alternate between
refights.
them.
Yeah, you said.
What you say?
Well, don't you have gym rematches in the post game?
Yeah, I'm doing the
all that
gym.
stuff.
I'm doing the gym refights now, and it's very weird that they're like the same level as the last thing in the game. Because like clearly I'm gonna be higher level than that.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason they probably did that is because they wanted people to do it right after like beating all three, so then you could go straight into doing like 7-star raids, because you can't do the Charizard raids or anything like that until you've already beaten the post game.
Well, the refights aren't really refights for like like it's actually just it's like
part of the game. Yeah.
It's it's I guess the best way to describe it, it's like a damage check, like in a boss raid. Like do you have enough health, or like it's an HP gate, like, or a check rather. Are you literally strong enough to go into and kind of maybe do a 6-star raid? Like that's literally what the refights are for.
That makes sense.
Which is like, okay, sure. I mean, I guess I am, but that by the time you get that strong, you've already wasted the time of doing all the gyms. So it's like, this is the first game I felt like doing the gyms was a waste of my time. Like,
I didn't like the gyms at all.
I didn't like the gym challenges. They didn't have those.
Gym challenges got to be the worst shit they ever did, bro. What the fuck was any of that shit? It's just it's like an afterthought. None of this shit is relevant in any type of way. It's completely unnecessary. It's literally just wasting my time. That Sunfloor shit is the most unforgivable shit I've ever seen in my entire life in a video game, bro. Yeah. That Sunfloor shit is unforgivable, bro. They got me fucked up.
Like the fact they had one trailer where it was working, and still the game comes out and it's broken, and it's like, what are they doing?
And all I'm doing is running around. I'm just running around finding sunflowers in this crusty ass game. Like, why? What does this even allow me to do? Like, what is the point of this? I gained nothing from doing this. All it did was make me mad. That's all it did, bro. Shit was so bad. And then the big ass olive that you gotta kick around. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about, bro? What are we doing?
I will say I do love Smoliv though. He is the best Pokemon.
Cool. I fuck with
I
Smoliv.
love him. He's the best.
Gonna keep it a buck. To this day, the best gyms are just like Fortree, Satopolis.
The ones with actual puzzles that you got to figure out. Like,
let's go. Blaine is fire, where it's like a game show.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like these are all the things that, like, even to a lesser extent, the I forget what they're called, the island challenges. I don't know. You remember to fight all the captains?
Yeah, where you got to press A to mash the thing real hard.
Right. Yeah,
I remember that.
So it's like some of those are kind of corny, but some of them's like Kiawe's is really cool, where you have to like spot the differences, and then he has like that gag with like the hiker, and there's like 3 of them.
The presentation of all these is just so bad.
Yeah, it's just like I would be hard pressed to find a child who would also have fun doing these. like because that's their target market, right? right? Apparently, that's what they tell us. Like that's what
Uh-huh.
they tell us with their game. So it's like it's not, but that's what it is. That's what they say. Like kids don't find this shit fun. So tighten the fuck up over there.
What you mean tighten the fuck? You see that bag coming in?
Respectfully.
You see that bag coming in, Tito?
Yeah.
What they tightening up?
I just, you know what? You're right. I can't even say shit.
Surely, as a business, you associate what needs to be fixed with your performance and your sales, right? Like, if the sales drop off, then obviously they got to fix some shit. But they're getting even more sales. They ain't gotta fix nothing,
right?
Bro.
Normally, there is a correlation between quality of product and sales.
Yeah,
Normally.
exactly. It just doesn't work like that for this company. They
Yeah,
might
it's
make
too
an
big
even
to
worse
fail.
game next time.
I just was curious because I wanted to see if you uploaded anything from Scarlet and Violet, and I'm rewatching your rap battle, the gym leader video, and it's the minigun mighty.
Yeah,
Right. Speedy. If she rats, she might never see what that mouse
Mouse
hole. It's actually a fire line. That's actually a good. That's a really good bar.
You know what I do out here, man.
Oh man, that's great.
She really, like, they really put a like. Why is she there? Like for what?
It's just like a nod. Obviously, they know there's a rapping scene around Pokemon. So it's like, I'll just put this in there.
No,
That was funny. I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, the gym challenge part of that was kind of weird because it was the only double battle in the whole game. So that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
But like the character was cool. I actually liked the character.
But it's like, but here's the thing, right? I know what you're saying, McDuff, but what I'm saying, right, is that like, I hate incongruencies. Like I hate them. Where it's, you wait. We were in the UK, the last game, and you didn't have a rapper gym leader. We're in Spain now, and now you put the rapper gym leader. Like,
okay, I guess it's
tighten the fuck up. like, I'm really sick out here. Like,
bro,
I'm
fuck
sick.
all that. Can they stop putting singers and rappers in the game when there's not a single voice in the fucking game? There's no music, there's no
That's
voice,
correct.
nothing.
That's no.
That shit makes
That's
no
no.
fucking sense,
That's
bro.
no.
What are you talking about? She's a rapper. Okay, so let her rap, dude. And it's some fucking whack ass fucking lines that somebody just made rhyme that don't even matter at all, like just in text, bro.
This bitch got no flow. She got
No
no
flow,
delivery.
bro. Ass.
Trash.
Shit is crazy, bro.
I think with Iono,
Nah,
like,
nah,
if
nah.
I
The
literally gave
craziest
us a
thing is that
trailer
when
of
I was
Iono of
streaming
her
the
talking.
game, someone said Kopu is the fusion of me and Chopu. That was the craziest thing I ever saw.
That's tough.
You know,
You got a unibrow, bro?
that's crazy.
I don't know what's going on with Kofu's design. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't.
That Iono trailer is so much more annoying now. That
No,
trailer, she's talking
like
the whole
that,
time.
That trailer is why I like that character, though. It actually did something. Like, I actually had her personality in mind when I was.
Yes, but then I got her in the game, and she's just saying these stupid lines that I have to read.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
I got
I
annoyed.
don't gotta manifest a personality out of thin air when I see this character. I know exactly how she sounds. I know exactly how she would speak. Even though she's not doing it in game, it's still subconsciously in my mind. Like I know how she would be acting right now.
Isn't that
Everybody
very
else,
telling?
I gotta fucking randomly think of a personality to assign to.
But on that topic, isn't it ironic, Shovu, how the character that everyone, the gym leader or the character that everyone's attaching to, in a game where personalities are so hard to convey, Larry's personality is that he has no personality and everyone likes him. Like, isn't that weird?
He has a personality. He's a diligent guy, bro. He just
No. What I'm saying is his personality. His personality is that he's like a muted person. He's very like you know what I mean? Like he's just a working guy. He's just a normal dude. He's just an NPC. So like they can convey that because that doesn't require voices or any of this extra shit.
He's just a relatable character, man.
He's just a guy, bro. He's just a fucking guy.
He's a working man.
I like him. Living
we-
like Larry.
Are we done? Are we done about Pokemon?
No, I wanted to say because Zef's not here, but I want to talk about the story a little bit at the end. Because for me, as someone like I know it's playing Pokemon games or any game for story is kind of people don't really like it, but that's like my main thing with these games. I care about that the most. So for them to actually do certain things, because I don't remember a Pokemon game where someone dies, like someone you thought was alive is dead. Like I thought them doing that was an interesting thing because to my knowledge, they haven't done that. Then it's like it's very much sci-fi-ish with the way of like, but normally it's like the AI is the thing that thinks that like, oh well, nature is just playing its course, so I'm just gonna let this go out. But actually, it's like the will of the professor from beyond the grave is to make this thing happen no matter what, and the AI is trying to go against that but can't because of its programming. Then you have to actually battle against it to stop what's happening. I thought they did that. I mean, it was very Toby Fox the way the story kind of is, but I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, Toby Fox went crazy with the ending there.
Yeah, the music was really good.
I almost wonder because like that whole segment reminded me very much, spoilers for Undertale, of
Sure.
the pacifist post credits like lab sequence.
Yeah.
Sure.
It reminded me so much of that.
Remind me. I played it, but just remind me.
Oh, so like when you do the pacifist run of Undertale, you get
Right.
like a false credits,
Right?
and then when you
Is that with
go
all the
back
shit
into
in
the
lab, like
game.
all the different colors?
Yeah.
yeah,
with the
you have to go down
amalgamations.
to like the deep lab and like you find the amalgamations and everything.
You have to become friends with I forget her name. Wow, I just forgot her name. But it's like the
Alphys?
yes, you have to become friends with
Yeah.
Alphys, and then you can go down there.
Random question, like, is there a canon ending to that game?
Yes.
Undertale?
Yeah, which one is it?
So after you go to the lab and then do the end part of the game, then you get what would be the canon ending. Then you fight well, spoiler, but Azrael and not
So-
Flowey.
So Flowey is not the canon ending.
No.
Azrael's the canon ending.
Yes.
Oh, okay. True pacifist. True pacifist is okay. Cool. I didn't know that. I thought Flowey was the real ending.
Oh, did you not do True Pacifist?
I don't think I did. How would I know what the
True
difference is?
Pacifist would be not killing anybody. Like even like an NPC monster.
No, I did the regular pacifist run.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you don't kill any of the bosses.
Oh, I thought pacifist was you just don't kill anything, period.
Well, because the pacifist run that I think, am I misremembering something? I might.
No, because there is a normal because they'll say something like Flowey taunts you if you finish the game and killed things like killed NPCs but not the bosses. He'll say something like
Yeah, because I
You
remember
kill
that
all
being
these
an actual
people.
ending.
yeah.
Pacifist plus friend everyone. Right, that's what that is. Okay.
And the only way to really know that sometimes is you get through pacifist, you get to the end, and then you realize you missed someone. Then you have to go friend Alphys.
Yeah, at the end of the game, like Sans judges if you got any experience
Right.
or
okay,
extermination points or whatever. So if you have
Okay.
any, then you aren't true pacifist.
Okay. Got it.
I
but
liked
speaking of-
Undertale,
speaking
man.
of-
That game was good.
Speaking of someone who is not a pacifist, Roger,
Let's hear it.
Kratos is not a pacifist.
He is not. What about God of War?
Well, we're not going to talk about spoilers because that game kind of new still.
Yeah.
But you and I were talking offline, so we're just
Well, yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
I on the show,
Yep.
the last show, halfway through when I had already beaten the game and you hadn't, told you
Yep.
I think it's a better game.
Yes.
And you said I don't see how that's possible.
Yes.
You have now that the
Changed
game is
my mind.
over. You
I
have
have.
changed your mind.
Yes.
And I'd like to talk about that very briefly.
Sure. No, I think the combat in this one is better. Like unequivocally. Now that I have the spear and the different like upgrades and everything, I think combat is better for sure. I still think the game overall, and I can't really put my finger on why, is a worse game than 2018. Like the actual full game experience. I think that the ending is really good.
Yeah.
I get totally, without spoiling anything, I think it is a really good finale for Kratos' character arc. It's excellent. It like choked me up at the end. It was very
Yes.
good. But the final sequence, like I can say it's not a spoiler to say Ragnarok happens in a game called Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So I will say that during the Ragnarok portion of the game, I was heavily underwhelmed, I think. I think the acting was really good, but I feel like the wrap up to the ending was not satisfactory, but the actual ending itself was amazing. Like really, really good.
That's exactly. I think for me, more like poignantly, I think the last 20 minutes
Yes.
this game
Yes.
is better than 2018, but like the last hour and a half
Yeah.
of 2018 is better than this game.
Also, Sony Santa Monica, I love you guys. Stop making Elfheim in any God of War game. It's never fun.
Yes,
Stop it.
correct.
Stop. It's not fun. I don't care about these light elves. I don't care about these dark elves. These puzzles are stupid because I know exactly what I need to do, but then you have to stand in like the exact right pixel area to throw your dumb axe. I hate it in both games. It literally drags down the plot. It sucks ass. Stop doing Elfheim. Full stop, period. I know they're not going to do it ever again. That we're out of this area, but Elfheim is like abysmal in both games. It sucks ass.
Elfheim is not
terrible.
Great. It's not great, but I do like Elfheim in this game more than the first one.
I do too, because it's visually it's prettier.
And
but that's it.
And it's more open. It's all this other shit. Like
it's
cool.
just like, bruh, every time I have to go back there, I'm like, enough. The one area of Elfheim I do like is when you're in the desert. I think that's
exactly
really cool.
what I'm talking about. I think that part's fine.
Amazing. Yeah, that part's fantastic. Where you're like freeing the jellyfish gods or whatever. That thing is good. I'm talking about like when you're in the palace of the light elves or whatever.
The palace
that shit sucks. It sucks.
Now this is not a spoiler because they literally tell you all of the realms at the beginning of the first game.
Right. Very beginning of the game.
Which is your favorite realm?
Svartalheim is cool. I really do. I like Svartalheim a lot. I would like the Giants Jotunheim. I would like Jotunheim, but Jotunheim sucks in this game.
Yeah.
When you're on the back of the yak and it just stops and gives you a lore dump for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That area is also. See, now we're talking about it again. You're making me question what I was saying earlier. Because again, I think the combat in this one is better than 2018's, unequivocally. But I feel like the low points in this one are way lower than I remember any of the low points in the first one being.
I'm going to tell you right now, Roger. I'm going to tell you right now because 2018, there's unfortunately a lot of parts in the game where you are just walking and fighting the same type of enemy, so it doesn't feel that bad. That's what it is. You're fighting the same Draugrs.
Yeah.
But in this game, you fight like very few Draugrs or Draugr adjacent enemies. Like it's a lot of elves, and sometimes it is Draugrs.
Yeah, what are the names of the cultists of Freya? What are their names? They show up all the time, bro. I'm like, shouldn't you stop already? Freya's good now. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. So I think because I had that thing too where I was like trying to figure it out. Like maybe was 2018 actually better? And like it's because
it's more consistent. I think is what it is.
It's more consistent. This game is all exposition. It is all like highs and lows. It is all build. Cut your legs out from under you. Build again. Cut your legs out from under you.
But I like that. Oh, just go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say because it's a second act. Like so everything needs to be heightened.
But I liked like a lot of the side missions. I thought were really fun. Yeah. Like I think the one where you were going around in the boat and you have to like free the different people who were like the cultists. I thought that was good. Yeah. I liked. I'm trying to think of some of the other side missions.
I like all of the side missions that are like. I like all of the I'm not gonna spoil all the Mimir missions.
Yes.
Like all of them because he has several missions that are like
the Mimir missions are good.
Mimir centric, like separate, different, like the Freya side missions are fantastic.
Really good. The Freya ones are great. Yeah.
Even
I know one. I love the Mimir one that I really liked is when you're in the frozen. What's the main realm? The one that's frozen over. Midgard. When you go to Midgard and you go through the palace of the lead Valkyrie lady.
Yes, that's
and
exactly
Mimir's
what I'm thinking about.
That one was awesome.
That's fire.
That was really, and you're finding out like her true history, and then like how he feels at the end of it.
Shit connects to his other side mission.
Yes, I like that. I like that. That was good.
I don't know. I think, like I said, I'm excited to see what Santa Monica does next.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm nervous though.
I don't know. I don't know
if I'm being 100% honest, I am nervous because without giving too many spoilers away, it is clear that, at least to me, God of Atreus is next.
Yes.
Right? Or like God of Mischief or whatever they're going to call it. And I don't want to play that game. I just don't. The parts of this game that were not very good was the Atreus stuff. And I feel like there
I didn't
were
mind
moments,
it, but I can
and there
see
were
why.
moments of greatness, like when he goes to Odin's place, like that was cool, and you get to see everybody else, like that was neat.
I liked all the stuff with him, and he was traveling on his own with
That was
X
cool.
person or
Right. That was cool. Well, actually, that's not true. The X person when that whatever, it's a minor thing.
X person, as in like I'm not trying to say who it is.
I know. But you're talking starts with a T.
Yes.
Right. That shit sucked.
Yeah, that was not good.
I hated that. I hated that. But the other one, there was one that was good, but most of those were not good. And I feel like the way they left off with this one, with Atreus saying, he wants to go find more of the giants, I feel like I strongly feel like they're doing Celtic mythology next.
Yeah.
Especially because they even call Mimir at one point, like in that little Easter egg, kind of early in the game.
Yeah,
they call him Puck. They call him like
Puck.
Robin Goodfellow, which is straight up like the Fairy King from Midsummer Night's Dream and like in Celtic lore and stuff. So that's where they're going, presumably. And I don't know if I want to play a game with Atreus going through Celtic lore. But if they end up doing like the Atreus stuff as DLC for this game, and it's like an epilogue of him finding other giants, and that's the Celtic thing, I think I'd be into it. And I don't know if this is just like me. I have too high of expectations that I've wanted this for too long. The fact that they have not done a God of War game in Egypt is like criminal to me. When there is so much cool stuff they could do with Ra and Anubis, like that world feels like
here's the thing
God of
too.
War.
I was having this conversation yesterday, and here's my problem with that, right? Santa Monica as a studio is narrative first. They're a narrative driven studio. Other studios are not narrative first. They are gameplay first. They are whatever they are, right? Santa Monica has enough money, first of all, and enough time and trust with Sony specifically to be given as much time as they need. Like God of War didn't need to be delayed. It came out when it came out because it was done. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like everyone, because we were talking about God of War potentially getting delayed till next year, and everyone's like, no, it's done. Like, it's done. So
Oh, wait, I just thought of something.
Go ahead.
Just a quick question. I'm going to say this without giving spoilers. Why did the character towards the ending sacrifice themselves? The character with the spinny sword. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
what was the point of that? They didn't do anything. They did literally nothing. The other character was there with an open portal, and it's like, whatever. I guess I'll die here. Like, what was the point of that?
I think I'm going to, and I could be mistaken. There is a mythology reason why that character cannot be alive.
Because I was like, that doesn't make any the purposes.
Because during that event, I believe he always dies.
Okay.
So
that's fair then.
He always dies during that event. So
it just felt so weird though, with the way the other character comes in, and it's so nonchalant, like, well, whatever, giant stuff, and then all of a sudden everyone's fine, but like, oh, this one person, oh nope, never mind, they're actually dead.
If I'm up to date on, if I'm tapping into my history teacher brain, I believe he always dies at that event. But what I'm saying is the reason why I'm kind of concerned with him going to Egypt, and I would be okay with them going Celtic, is because I don't want it to become Assassin's Creed. Where where they just go to a place and then Kratos just shows up there for no reason. Like, there's a reason for him to be in like the Celtic world, whatever they would end up whatever thing they would pull that. Like, there was a reason for him to leave Greece.
See, that's my point though. Is like, again, without spoiling anything, that's why I'm concerned. Because you're kind of moving into my point that I was saying about the next game being like God of Mischief or something, right?
Oh,
because
no, I think
narratively, it's got to be like Atreus. It's got to be that story continuing, and it's got to be Celtic.
Well, no. If it is Celtic, I think you play the first 25% of the game, like you do the inverse of this game.
Right.
Where you play the first 25% of the game as Atreus decades later, because Kratos is immortal. So it doesn't matter. Mimir is also immortal. The only person who is like kind of not really a god is Atreus, because Atreus is half giant.
Sindri is not a god.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in terms of like,
don't you think Sindri would have to be part of this story?
No.
The next story, really?
No. I think if anything, maybe, but like I don't think it's necessary. What I'm saying is like I'm talking about between the two of them. Like Loki's a half god. He is he is half giant.
Right.
Kratos is full. You know what I mean? So you get to see adult Atreus, which I think will then play dramatically more different
Sure.
than a full god Kratos, because Kratos at this point.
And I sure hope he does, because I just didn't like playing as. And again,
For the purposes of being a
I really loved this game. I would say it's like one of my 5 favorite games this year. I really absolutely adored it. But yeah, just the Atreus stuff didn't hit. So.
But yeah, the game's good.
Yeah, it's definitely good. I would highly recommend it. With that being said, we have one last thing to do. I don't know why we saved this for last. I kind of do, because obviously people want to know. We have to share our own games of the year. And I believe you sent Shofu an image.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about him first, or do we want him to show the image?
I think we show the image and then we discuss.
Go ahead, Shofu.
Okay.
So let's see this. Let's see this image.
So
I'm curious what you did here.
So I'll go. So shouts to Tanukes. He actually made this, and I just kind of consolidated all the information for him.
Fantastic.
So, what we have here is, excuse me, everyone's game of the year for Japan. So this will also be posted on Twitter.
Right.
I'll give you guys the photo, in a moment. So we have for game of the year, Fidel and McDareth chose Sonic Frontiers. Obviously, I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, I can talk about it, because honestly, it should
Oh.
technically, for me, it should technically be obvious, because I love Xenoblade. It would have been Xenoblade 3, but it's just like, as I played through Frontiers and the feelings I got from playing that game and actually being really happy about this, I was actually just, it would be wrong for me to put another game there, because Frontiers was literally a game that I've wanted for ages. You know, I love Xenoblade 3. I think that game is amazing. It's just like, for me, Frontiers was everything I wanted and more. So, of course, that's my game of the year.
For Virum and Coast, it is Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Woo! Want to talk about it a little bit, Coast?
So I'm changing my answer. Actually, I'm gonna change mine to Elden Ring, because I realized, as much as I enjoyed Xenoblade 3 and how much of a Xenoblade fan I am, I realized that compared to Elden Ring, I've not only played it longer, but I've done more runs and playthroughs of Elden Ring than I have of Xenoblade. And I think the enjoyment that I actually got out of Elden Ring is greater than Xenoblade. But don't get me wrong, Xenoblade 3 was a phenomenal game. Like, the soundtrack alone is something that I think I'm praising the most out of that game. Because I did some reflecting afterwards, and I do think I put Xenoblade 2 above 3.
Bro gonna change his game after the image is made and displayed,
I'm just saying I'm changing my game to Elden
bro.
Ring.
Okay, well, I'm not. Don't worry about it.
It can say Xenoblade. Don't worry. It can say Xenoblade.
Don't
worry about it.
Here we go.
Roger changed. Did not change because he, you know what I'm saying, he has respect for my man Snooks. He chose Triangle Strategy.
Yeah, man. I've talked about this ad nauseum on the show. I think it is the best strategy game I've played in a very long time. I love the story. I think the soundtrack is absolutely incredible. I totally understand why some people wouldn't like it, because the first 3 hours is very narrative heavy and very exposition heavy. But once you actually get into the actual game, it is so good. I know Virum played it. I know Zeph played it as well. I know they shared a lot of my opinions talking about how great it was. And I think you owe it to yourselves to try this game out. It came out right around the time of Elden Ring. And also, I would say that if Triangle Strategy did not come out this year, I also would be Team Elden Ring this year, because I was not a Souls person at all. I did not really enjoy any of my experiences prior to this with Souls games, but I adored Elden Ring, and now I've been going back and playing the Souls games because of Elden Ring. And I think for what it is for the industry, unquestionably for me, Elden Ring is the game of the year, but my personal game of the year, the thing that I thought about the most, the thing that I absolutely love playing, Triangle Strategy all day, every day. Also, shout out to Tanukes for changing the font of our names to be the font of the game titles. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, he really chefed up. That is the GOAT.
Warchamp really went F14.
Warchamp couldn't pick, so he said, as always, it will always be Final Fantasy 14 online. You can play it for a free trial right now, up to level 50. You can play it through Heaven's Ward. Go ahead and chef up, man. For me, it actually, I mean, it ended up being God of War because I felt like if it wasn't a God of War, people would just look at me wild. But it's actually like my 1A. My 1B is actually Horizon Forbidden West.
Wow.
I think for Horizon Forbidden West.
Can you hear me now?
Is
good. Look at that.
good. You got it. You got that. That's me. That was me. I'll take that. No, I think Horizon is a better sequel to their first game than Ragnarok is. Like the jump is much greater, is what I'm trying to say. Horizon is incredible, but I think for me, like Ragnarok, even though I do have some small issues with it, narratively and story-wise, it's exactly what I wanted out of the story. I think the ending, like we talked about earlier, the last 20 minutes of that game gave me closure in a way that I didn't think a game could do to that story. So it's Game of the Year. But like, I want to give a shout out to Horizon because it always gets fucked every time it comes out. And it's a phenomenal game, but it always comes out at the worst possible time. And I don't know why they do that. And whoever decides that needs to get fired. So, but yeah, it's God of War. Mike is the one who chose Elden Ring.
Yes, absolutely. Elden Ring is my favorite game that released this year that I played this year. I really love this trend of just super open world games. Just like no level gating, no story gating, just, you know, you pop into the open world and you go wherever you want. And I think like they took that and ran with it. Like just the fact that like every single thing is connected to the open world. Like even like more than Breath of the Wild. Like Breath of the Wild had like the shrine loading screens, but in this one, you know, you just find a cave, like a little hole in the mountainside, and you just walk into it. And just like the seamlessness of everything is just perfect. And just like also this world that they have made has to be like one of the most beautiful worlds I've seen in a video game. Like they definitely deserve that art direction award that I think they won, right?
Yeah, they won. They won.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just absolutely beautiful. It's just like I love the Souls games, you know. But I haven't like loved a Souls game since Dark Souls. I haven't played Bloodborne yet, and I haven't played Sekiro yet. I have to. But I played Dark Souls 2 and 3, and they just didn't connect with me as much as the original Dark Souls did.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because like they were retreading kind of that vibe. And this game obviously takes a lot from Dark Souls specifically. This is, you know, a lot of people will say it's like Dark Souls 4. But they do a lot of unique stuff with this one, just like vibe-wise, that I really appreciate. It is dark fantasy, but it is a bit more high fantasy as well. And it's just like I really love it. Also, it's got like I think like Dark Souls has some good characters, but I think this overall has the best cast of any Souls game. Again, need to play Bloodborne, but for the ones I've played, definitely the best cast overall. Just yeah, I love this game.
Cool.
And you like Alexander? He's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zeph hated every game he played this year. So moving on, Shofu's game of the year is Guilty Gear Strive.
It originally said doesn't care because that's very accurate.
That's
I
true.
have not played a single game on here besides Guilty Gear. Bro.
It's true. It's true.
I just don't care to rank things. I either like what I like and I just don't like what I don't like. So I don't have a standout
but originally it did say doesn't care. Originally it did say that.
And I don't.
And he doesn't.
I just I don't care to rank things. Guilty Gear is the game I play the most probably, so that's my game. Even though it came out last year, it's still my game.
Oh, it did come out last year. Okay, that's what I was curious.
Lazy ass. Listen, man, I'm just not like y'all. All right, I'm not a sheep. I don't feel the need to rank things. All right, I don't need to rank things. The things I like are the things I like. The things I don't are the things I don't. It's really that simple.
I'm not.
I'm not talking about you guys, by the way. I'm talking about the dude that said that in the chat.
Fair enough. I am curious, what games did you
He had to have known how that sound. He had to
outside
have
of
known.
Pokemon and Guilty Gear? What else have you even played this year? Genuinely, I'm just curious.
I don't really. I mean, obviously, I played
Kirby,
That's
right? You
almost-
played Kirby.
That's almost more interesting to me.
I
Is
played
like,
Kirby,
what
I
did
played
you actually
PLA.
play?
I mean, I played a lot of games. I just don't play like. First of all, I don't play games that require a lot of time investment unless I'm
Sure.
really, really, really interested. Like all these games on the screen, long as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Watch out, bro. I ain't got time for all that. But I don't know. I can look through my like Steam's list or my Switch or whatever, but I don't really remember off the top of my head every single game.
All I know is you played Kirby, you played PLA, you played. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
How much of Kirby did you
Sifu
play?
this year?
Oh yeah, Sifu was this year.
Yeah, but he quit that shit.
Played some multiverses,
I
didn't
played
you?
for like a day. I played multiverses, yeah.
You played Genshin with me. I know that. We got paid to play Genshin. That was fantastic.
I just think I'm more of a competitive gamer. Like these long story single player games don't really interest me unless it's something like really, really, really unique to me
Like
that
a
I would
Zelda,
find interesting.
basically.
Yeah, like Zelda, for example. I really like
Yeah.
Zelda. But outside of that, I'd rather compete against another human being. Most of the time.
That's why I'm kind of surprised you didn't really play Elden Ring. Like,
Bro,
I would
that
imagine
game is
that you
big
would
as fuck,
enjoy.
bro. That should not get
No, I know.
downloaded.
But I mean, like, I imagine you would have enjoyed like invading people and playing co-op with people and stuff. That seems like something you would have enjoyed.
I'm not saying
you
that I
don't really have
can't
to
enjoy
play
these
the game.
games. I don't know. It just seems
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a big commitment.
Yeah.
Is all.
Yeah, I feel you.
And that other guy doesn't exist. We don't talk about him anyway.
Yeah, Ricky doesn't have anything.
So this will be posted to our Twitter at some point in the next 24 hours. And if you have any questions, yeah, whatever. But yeah.
And again, stay tuned to our Twitter because we will be announcing the winner of the Nintendo Switch giveaway as well.
It's true.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Make sure to check
There
that
you go.
out.
That's your game of the year. Next year's gonna be better though, so because all these fighting games coming out next year. So fuck all these.
There's a lot of good stuff coming
tired
next
of playing
year.
all these single player games, trying to put somebody down.
Tekken 8,
That's what I'm saying.
Street Fighter,
That's what
Final
I'm
Fantasy
saying,
16, Tears
to
of the
play
Kingdom,
Diablo as
Project
much as
L,
possible before
Diablo.
Final Fantasy.
There's a lot of stuff. Metroid Prime 4, hopefully. We'll see.
Least favorite game. Yeah, the worst game I played this year was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
That's Cap. That's got to be Cap.
It's not.
The worst game you played
Let me
this
tell you
year.
what-
Worst
Okay,
games now?
That he's
I have a
played
list.
this year. That he's played
I've-
this
I-
year. How
I've
you
had
know
a-
every
I
other
have
game
a-
you played wasn't amazing?
I have a list. Okay. The worst, the next highest game. Let's put it this way.
I mean, I know I could give you my answer for worst. I know my answer for worst without a question of a doubt.
Actually, I also know my answer
is.
for worst. Actually,
Mario Strikers Battle League is the worst game I played this year,
Yeah.
far and away.
I think that, yeah, I agree.
had fun. I had fun for literally one stream where I played it multiplayer, and there's zero single player in that game whatsoever that is even remotely enjoyable. The controls are still garbage, and there's not really anything interesting in that game that it brings to the table. And I would rather go back and play the Wii one. Battle League is
My God.
that game should have never been released in the way that it was released. People out here talking about, oh, they should have delayed Scarlet and Violet. I would rather have a borked camera with raids that quit halfway through if I'm at least having a semblance of fun than have to play a single player match of Mario Strikers.
Jeez, talk
I'm
that
Mario
talk
Strikers
then, bro.
was Very,
I'm gonna keep it
Talk
very
that talk
unfortunate.
then.
And it is unfortunate because I liked the original Strikers games. That's what
Yeah,
makes
duh.
it more unfortunate than anything else. Obviously, the first two were great, so yeah.
the game probably that was the game that I had the least fun this year is probably Digimon Survive, but that's because I didn't know that's what that game was. Like I didn't know that's what that game was. But probably the worst game I played, it's got to be DNF Duel, bro. That game sucks.
Holy, I forgot about that
Really?
shit.
That
That
game
game is
fucking-
ass.
That's gotta be. It's gotta be DNF Duel, bro. Like that game is a whole
Bang,
cock in a
bang,
bucket,
bang,
bro. Like it
bang,
really is.
bang, bang.
That game sucks.
Damn, any other worst games of the year that you guys have?
I haven't really played that many. I played a lot of games. I didn't play that many bad games.
I feel like for the most part, I
I think-
played stuff I enjoyed.
Temtem is not that bad.
For me, it's probably
I mean-
Sonic Frontiers.
Oh damn!
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
he said that would make Dareth in the
That's
room. He
fair.
can't wait till he
That's
left.
I'm
fair. I mean, we had a whole
sorry.
discussion. I know, Mikey.
We did do a
Get
whole
him.
discussion.
We had a whole
Get 'em.
discussion. No, we're
You
on a
can
mutual
watch-
point.
Talk
you can
that
watch
talk
the
then.
spoiler cast.
You can go watch the spoiler cast. We had a whole discussion. It's fine. I understand.
Worst? Wow, man.
What's your reasoning for the people that haven't seen the spoiler cast?
Cliff
I
Notes.
just think okay, I had fun initially for like the first like 2 hours or so. I thought like running around the open world of Sonic was pretty like it was freeing, especially after like forces. But the longer I played, the more I realized that there's just nothing really special about like the open world. It's just like a rail that leads to a metal. That's kind of it. That's like you just run around, you find a rail, you ride the rail, you jump on like 2 platforms, and you get a medal, and you just do that over and over and over and over again until you do like the jankiest boss fight I've done in a platformer in years. And like the music cool, and like the spectacle's cool, but it's just not
I feel that.
enjoyable.
I have a genuine
They're
question.
moving, bro.
How long is the game? Now that you all have beaten
Not
it,
long.
how
It's like
long
20
is it?
hours.
Okay,
For like a first playthrough.
So like I could beat it in a couple plane rides because I still haven't played it yet, and I do kind of want to play it for myself before ragging on it because I do genuinely like the music in Sonic, and I do think it seems interesting.
You will be very surprised with this one.
But I want to play in handheld mode, and I want to know if it's like passable if I could play the Switch version.
I mean, you can. It's 30 FPS. The popping's gonna be worse.
Yeah, it's fine. That stuff doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, then you can play it. It's not like it's unplayable.
That's good.
Okay, I actually got the worst game of the year prepped up.
Let's hear it.
The worst game of the year in 2022 has got to be Overwatch 2.
Oh no!
Oh my god! How could he say this?
That's cut.
I mean,
absolutely not. I had fun with Overwatch. I continue to have fun with Overwatch 2. I can't have fun with Mario Strikers. I'd rather eat one of those hot chips that I ate with Shofu Stream before than play Mario Strikers again.
I'm so sad. They put in Daisy.
Right, if you had a
Daisy
copy of Mario
and
Strikers
Junior
laying there on the desk, and you said, "Roger, you need to open this little paper coffin with a chip in it," I would eat it immediately.
You know why Overwatch 2 is my worst game of the year?
Why is it?
Because I had the intellect to not buy that dog shit Mario Strikers game because I knew it was gonna be.
I also did buy it.
Oh my god!
I also did buy it.
I did not.
They didn't get me,
game.
bro. They didn't get me.
Hashtag free game. Hashtag free product. Let's be real here. I did not pay money.
But
for
you
Mario
invested
Strikers.
time into it. That's worse than spending money on it.
I did.
But what I did buy, unfortunately, is that Mario Golf game.
I
Did
got
that Mario
game
Golf
for
game
free,
come out
and then
this
I
year?
streamed it, and then I got subs and stuff for streaming it, and money for streaming it. So there you go.
How Mike feels about Sonic is exactly how I feel about Elden Ring.
What? That can't be right.
I don't like not the sentiment, maybe not the points, but like bro, like
You don't like just running around like an open area, just like doing.
I hate that. Like I walk out this big ass door, and I'm like, all right, cool. What do I do? And then the game's like, whatever you want. I'm like, no, bitch. If you don't put a fucking marker on my minimap right the fuck now. Like I get overwhelmed. Like I get overwhelmed very, like it's too much freedom.
I get that.
Much. It's way too much. Like.
But that's not Sonic, though.
No. What I'm saying is how he feels about how like he played it and like it didn't feel. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about the sentiment, not his points.
I get you.
It wasn't because of that. Because like I like running around open world and doing stuff. Like I liked Bowser's Fury. I like Odyssey. I like Elden Ring. It's just that the actual things you do are not super engaging.
But yeah, but I guess adjacent to that, to be more specific, it's that like even though the things in Elden Ring are definitely engaging to people, there's way too much effort for me as a person when I play a game to like go out and search and find. Like I don't give a fuck. Just tell me, like Spider-Man is the perfect amount of freedom. That's the amount of freedom I want. I want to be able to go to the Empire State Building whenever I want, but I also want to be able to look at my map and be like, okay, if I want to do X amount of things, then I can do X amount of things because I like to see, I like the fucking chemical in my brain that says you completed all the things, you have all the backpacks. I like that
dopamine,
shit.
Bro?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I was gonna say melatonin, but I didn't. So I'm happy. I didn't say it. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. Like I didn't say it. Like.
Also, to answer Roger, it took me like 24 hours for Frontiers, but I also 100% the game. So
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's good to know, though.
It's not that okay, hold on, chat. It's not that I have to be told what. That's not what I'm. You guys aren't even listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when an open world game that is as open as Elden Ring, it is very overwhelming for someone like me who enjoys having a more streamlined experience because I care more about the. Like, I care more about.
I go through this shit in real life, bro. My real life, like, there's so many things that I could do in a day. There's so many things that I have to do. Eventually, I just do nothing sometimes. I have so many things. I don't have a normal schedule. I don't have a normal job, obviously. There's nothing that I absolutely have to do today. So what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't fucking know. I might not do shit. I might just sit here today.
Not just sit here today.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no schedule. There's no fucking structure. Sometimes it's overwhelming.
Yeah, like there's the lack of structure for other people. Like Mike likes that shit. That's cool. Like, that doesn't mean he's right and I'm wrong, or vice versa. For me,
your approach is everything. Like,
I need a little bit. That's why Horizon for me is crazy, because it's like I can literally go wherever I want from the beginning.
I mean, yeah, that's like why people like Elden Ring, that's why people will like Breath of the Wild and not like Elden Ring, because
I feel that
there is a semblance of structure in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there's a go here, do this, kill Ganon, go to Impa. Yeah. Did you like were you a fan of like the OG Dark Souls? Did you play that one?
Me?
Tito.
Oh, Elden Ring was the first one I played, but I watched a bunch of people play, you know, Bloodborne specifically, because I watched a lot of Bloodborne speedruns and shit like that, because those look cool. Like, I'm never gonna sit here and be like, man, that game is ass, but I'm also not gonna sit here and be like, man, I had fun playing Elden Ring. Not on no bullshit, it was one of the most like not fun experiences I've had. But that's because I think that game is so in one direction of the spectrum. Like, if you are not that type of person, it's not at all gonna be fun to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like I don't know another equivalent to that, but it's like if you don't fuck with that kind of openness in a game, that freedom in a game, that's not what you like. This is the epitome of do whatever the fuck you want. So it's like you're gonna super not have fun.
Yeah.
So I asked you.
It's very pretty.
I don't know if you replied and I missed it. What were your thoughts on Midnight Suns?
Oh, I'll tell you how many hours I'm in that game. Hold on, stand by. I am in.
I forgot that game came out.
I'm in 40 hours, 44 hours.
All right, that's all I need to know.
No. I know. I mean, I'm trying to describe, because I'm trying to find the word for it. The gameplay loop is very, very fun. It's very, very cool. The character design is really cool. The story is dope. The game looks really good. But the only problem for me specifically is that nothing's quick enough. Like the game, like the social aspect to the gameplay aspect, because what it does is, okay, so you every day during the daytime you do gameplay shit. You level up your skills. You fucking get new. There's a gacha system to get skills, because every character has a deck of cards, and you play 3 characters at a time, and that's how you kind of do your management.
Okay.
So you do that shit. So there's a gacha system in that's kind of cool. And then you can train with whatever, and you build up their friendship for their social aspect, and then you do a mission. And when you come back from the mission, there's a whole other part of the game.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's a whole other part of the game that's like, you do more social shit.
Yeah.
You hang out with Iron Man, but then you go and explore this kind of small open world that's like, there's a bunch of loot there. There's a bunch of, it's like this whole little thing to find out what the fuck about all this magic shit. That part takes a little bit too long to get back to the gameplay loop. So it's like, there's no, the transitioning time is
the flow is off.
The flow is very bad. Like, how like Hades has a really tight flow.
Sure.
Like, it's like you go, you do your run, you learn whatever the fuck you want to learn, you beat Hades or you don't, you die, and then you can, within 30 seconds, you're back on another run if you want to be. There's no option. Oh, there is, but there's no realistic option for you to do that, because if you're doing that, you're literally inting. Because if you're going straight into a new run, then you're not leveling up your guys, you're not doing any social, which you need to do, because to get like their ultimate ability, you're not unlocking cosmetics if that's the thing you give a shit about. Like, it's just like, the flow of the game is kind of atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
But
Atrocious.
Like the flow is not good. Like it's very choppy. It's very blocked. It's
No,
very
I know. It's just
segmented.
like the choice of words to say it's atrocious
Yeah,
says to me I should stay clear away from it.
But like what I'm saying is like, I'm coming from a perspective like I wanted to stream it. It's
Oh yeah. It's not a good stream game.
because like unless you want to sit there with your chat and read and listen to all these conversations, everything in the game is voice acted.
That's like the Death Stranding problem.
Sure.
Yeah, like everything in the game is voice acted. The voice acting is actually very, very good. If you pick the male voice, Matt Mercer is the voice, so it's really cool. So it's like, so you're doing all that shit and you're doing like that's all cool. And for me, like I like Marvel shit. I like a lot of lore shit. Like that's kind of like what I like. So I don't mind listening to that. But if I had to stream that shit, it would be atrocious, because you're literally spending. I would say on average, I'm spending maybe anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes during the day doing day shit, and then do the mission that takes 10, 12, 15 minutes. And then you do night shit. And night shit, especially during the beginning and middle of the game, takes like 40 minutes. Because you want to explore. You want to do all this cool shit. Like you're doing shit, but it's not like gameplay. You're just
that's fair.
You're like going around. You're like, oh, I found a tarot card. Like, oh, I found some fucking loot. Oh, I found some fucking. Look, it's like Blade is making out with Captain Marvel. Wow, like you're like doing that. Like, but the gameplay is cool. So like, if you need a gameplay off stream, I would recommend it. But if you're gonna stream it,
yeah,
then,
I'm
like,
probably gonna check it out.
I would skip. But like, off stream, it's a good game.
All right, right on. Well, this has been a very long episode. We're like 2.5 hours in now, so we're going to end it here. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I don't want to make it longer. What else do you want to talk about?
We could really quickly go off and like say one game we're excited for next year.
Oh,
is this our last show?
Tears of the Kingdom. No. We got one more.
Yeah, we have one more.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the 26th.
Maybe
right?
we can save that for.
Yeah, we'll save that for the last show. Then we don't have to do that today.
Actually, I know how we can end it off. I'll be a homie. Guys, Fidel has a plushie on sale right now
there you
at
go.
Makeshift. Go purchase that plushie. You can do awful things to it and tweet it at him, and he'll probably retweet it.
Huh?
It's right there on the bottom of the screen. If you can't
But
see.
yeah, it's right
That's
there.
right. Makeshift.com.
I don't know who he doesn't look like that. I don't know why that is him. Why is he a purple-haired Super Saiyan? Why is that him?
I don't know why he's
I
Super
never
Saiyan.
will
I don't
never
know.
get it.
I don't know.
He's in the next. He told me he's in the next Dragon Ball Super arc, and I
That's
don't
Is
believe
he really? That's awesome. All right.
Yeah. Well, now I'm definitely not watching that shit.
I wasn't gonna watch it.
It does
regardless.
look like his little emote, though.
GT way better than Super on God.
You're not lying.
That
I
shit
mean,
ain't-
you're
They
right.
ain't got shit on Dragon Ball, bro. Fuck you mean?
I mean, One Piece is the best, so that's fine.
Shelfie
I
don't
just
get
get the
OCs,
One Piece
bro.
anime.
What do you mean I don't get OCs?
Oh,
I don't get
actually-
OCs because I
actually,
don't
wait a
understand.
minute. I do have something else we can plug. Coast. This Wednesday, you're going to
Oh,
be
I thought
clowning
you
on
were
every
gonna get me to plug
Tyson
something.
fan. No. I was going to say this Wednesday we are doing the Manga of the Year discussion.
Yes,
Coast is
sir.
the judge on the Manga of the Year discussion.
And no Jujutsu Kaisen fan is safe. That shit is trash.
That's apparently what you're going to
One of
expect.
these days,
So
y'all
you
gonna talk
wanna
about some shit I care about, bro.
hear Coast and I go
One
off
of these
about
goddamn
manga?
days,
Sure.
bro.
The Manga of the Year
days
stream on
there'll be more
Wednesday.
than
There you
4
go.
things you care about.
Maybe I should just care about more things, but I just don't, man.
That's
What do
what
you-
I'm saying.
Actually,
That's what I'm saying.
So,
Maybe
you
one
like
of these
music?
days there'll be more than 4 things you give
You
a
like
shit about.
music, you like Pokemon, you like fighting games. What else do you like?
Like
Money.
plenty of things.
That's 4 things.
I just don't read every fucking manga. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be watching some anime.
This nigga
and
behind
shit
on
sometimes.
anime too, bro.
I
This
am
nigga-
behind on. I used to watch all types of anime. I haven't watched anime.
Bro,
in
this
a
nigga
while.
sure
really
did.
was in the trenches, bro. He's
Have you watched anything this year?
What did I watch? I watched Overlord season 4.
There you go.
is there?
That's good.
Did you like it?
Of course.
That shit trash then.
Cap.
That shit trash.
Listen, man.
then
I know
is
Coast
fire.
type, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not too smart. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of information at once. He can't process. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding, bro.
He been reading them damn titty mangas.
What else did I watch?
Yes, I read all the
No,
time.
I watched
bro.
some other shit too. I think I watched some older shit. I forgot what it was. I don't remember off the top of my head. I watched fucking Demon Slayer season 2. That shit was fucking trash, bro. Holy shit. That shit was doodle
Okay,
caca,
but
bro.
did it look good though?
Oh, it looked amazing.
Gorgeous, yeah, of course.
Easily one of the best animes I've ever, or best looking animes I've ever seen.
Of course.
Photos
Of course.
pretty broken.
It didn't look good enough. to
See,
keep
what
me
we
awake
must
'cause I fell
understand
asleep on
is,
that
right?
shit.
I like Demon Slayer a lot. I put Tito on the Demon Slayer back in the day. I said, bro, you gotta watch Demon Slayer, bro. This shit clean.
And then I read that shit. And I
But
said,
me
nigga,
liking something will never stop me from calling it trash. Ever.
I read. You told me to watch that shit. I watched that shit. Then I read that shit, and I was like, nigga, like, that's tough.
Was season 2 Mugen Train? No. That was just a movie in between the seasons. But the second season was basically another movie just chopped up into episodes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was the same shit, pretty much.
That shit was trash.
They can keep
We
that
live-
shit.
It's a My Hero. It's a My Hero sweep anyway. It's fine. Is that
That
right?
shit's
boy.
trash
All right,
too,
that's it.
bro.
That right, Ryan?
We're
I'm
done,
enjoying
we're
My
done.
Hero.
We're done.
I just
We're done.
like.
I'm out. Episode's over. Good night, everybody. We're
Oh, yes.
Why he
All right,
hating on My
everybody.
Hero Academia?
All right,
man?
everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Roger had to go leave because he had to go catch up on this week's My Hero Academia
Oh,
chapter.
God, he
so
did.
that's
He
what-
reading that shit right now, having
He
a
read that
blast.
shit right
Yes,
the
sir.
fuck
Roger, I
now.
see you back there, boy.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know what I'm saying? So keep it locked, everybody. Go buy a Fidel plushie. Go check out my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go check out Shofu YouTube. Go check out everyone else's stream. You feel me? McDare's out here with stream.
Okay. I'm
Anybody
here
saying
for book club.
DS2 trash
I'm here
is
for book
tripping on
club.
cut?
I'm here
That's
for book
cap,
club.
bro.
All right. Here's I just
That's
finished Japan time.
Huh?
I just finished Japan time. I'm here for My Hero book club. Let's talk about the latest chapter. Okay.
Roger,
Alright,
I'll
cool.
smack
Oh,
you.
we're in. Oh, we're still in the. Oh, sorry.
Huh?
But yeah, anyway, so that's the whole show. The show sucks. Go drink water.
Don't drink water. Take a fucking shower in some water. A bath, even.
A bath?
Yeah. Bathe. Moisturize after the shower, though. You
Facts.
crusty motherfuckers.
And use soap. Don't forget that part.